Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, I'm Walker.
I'm Chris Ross, and we're bringing you Wednesday Night Modern here at the Gathering Place in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Yeah, so this is going to be a modern constructed tournament. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of experience in Limited, so that's going to be a pretty different sort of experience for me. Constructed decks seem like they're going to be pretty insane compared to basic lands and 2/2 creatures, but I like Magic. I think it's fun.
I'd say I primarily play a lot of Legacy and Vintage and Commander.
Yeah.
So, hey, and there we go.
It's Tim.
Here's Tim. He is going to be on Blue-Red Through the Breach, and he's up against Alex, who is on some kind of blue-green crabvine nonsense.
Oh man, they are already going. Look at the size of those graveyards. Those guys are
well, yeah, I mean,
burning it.
He doesn't seem to have anything that actually is actively milling, but looks like Tim is just unholy heating like all of his stuff off the board.
Yeah, for sure. I can see already that we've popped a Mishra's Bauble somewhere, right? I saw one in the graveyard over here, and of course we got a Narcomoeba out on the field. So I'm going to be really interested to see what we end up getting out of these players here today.
And double Bloodghasts.
Yep. Oh my God.
Always a good feeling.
This is quite the recursion, right?
Yes. I mean, this is largely what you would expect to see, like, in a Hogak deck. This is basically like the spiritual successor of that when they banned out Hogak and Faithless Looting and like everything else that made Hogak.
Yeah, a lot of the tools are gone. So Chris, what are you looking for out of the players here?
I'll be honest, I'm not terribly familiar with what Through the Breach's like targets are, unless they're like basically your usual reanimation targets, and I suspect they are.
Once upon a time, Grizzlebrand was of course like the premier thing for that, but that was years ago as far as I know.
Oh, what is he doing there?
All right, so it looks like he's casting something, checking out his graveyard. Nope, that looks like an Impulse of a form. Yeah. It's the good one. It's the Graveyard Impulse. Those are the best.
Yeah. Watch it.
Yep, untap. All right, good.
Oh, EOT, okay.
We should get, if we can get, actually down here, if we can get, like, player name, that would actually be really helpful.
Yeah, I mean.
Because I know we're doing Tim and Alex, right?
Right, so it's, Tim will be at the top of your screen with the fancy schmancy black metal gathering placemat. There's still a few of those available. There was a limited edition made. There are only 100 or so made. I think there's still a few for sale. If you want one, you'll have to come to the gathering place itself to get it, though.
Yeah. Hopefully you can get them to give it to you as a prize. Maybe you can play. I don't know. We'll find out. There
was actually a very ugly fight in the staff over a particular number, but it got bought first, and nobody could stop the person who bought it. So
what? Was it 69?
Oh, absolutely. That was my first choice, but then I went with 83 the year of my birth. So
good. Wow, but, look at that board presence. Holy cow.
I'd say, because it looked like Alex was on the back foot being at 14, but he's probably, this is modern.
Yeah.
You're going to constantly be burning yourself between fetches and, like, shocks.
Yeah,
so.
One life is all you need to win. That's the last one and the only one that matters.
That's part of why Burn is just still a good deck in this format, because
everyone's doing 6 damage to themselves.
Yeah, Burns and Shocks are just some of the best burn spells ever printed.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
The best burn spell ever printed was Scheherazade, but that's illegal in like every format now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, do you want to play multiple games of Magic all at once?
Yes, I've done that. It was a nightmare.
Have you played it with in a limited format?
Not in a limited, but in an actual constructed tournament. We legitimately went 4 sub-games deep. It was complete madness.
Oh my God. I would love to play a game of Magic with anti-rules just to see what it's like. I wouldn't want to do it with a constructed deck, though. Maybe pre-constructed.
But yeah, for real, Scheherazade is one of the best burn spells ever.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Let's see what we're looking at over here. Yeah, so he's recurring a Bauble. I like that Bauble has this like callback to Ice Age, right?
Oh,
in Ice Age, they had all these cards that were intentionally draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep.
Same with Alliances, since it was, at least flavor-wise in the same block. And then for a while, Homelands was considered the third set in that until they released Cold Snap, and it became the official one. The official third set in that block.
Can you name any useful cards from Homelands? I can think of maybe one.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo? I mean, Didgeridoo shows up in Commander.
No, people have played like meme Minotaur decks in Legacy using Didgeridoo.
Well, like Elvish Spirit Guide. You remember that? That's like the Simian Spirit Guide, but that was in Homelands, and that was
Alliances. No, wait, what's that?
It was in Homelands. I'll bet you a beer that it was in Homelands.
Sure, you're not thinking of Autumn Willow.
That was also in Homelands, but Autumn Willow, it's way too high a casting cost. All right, so we are still seeing pressure. She was good in the day, yeah, for sure. We're still seeing pressure here out of Alex.
Yeah,
looks like
that board presence is overwhelming.
Yeah,
there's a glare on the leftmost card, so I'm not entirely certain what he has got out there, but it's Stitcher Supplier.
Yep,
literally one of the best cards for this kind of deck. Like when you're playing Hogak, there's no better opening than turn 1 Stitcher Supplier, turn 2 Stitcher Supplier Hogak.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. Like, sure, Hogak can get swords if you're against a white deck, but oh my God, otherwise, what is...
it looks like maybe he's flipping over the top cards of his deck. What is proccing this? Can you see it?
I'm sure some dredgers are still legal in Modern, so did anything go to his hands?
Wow, what a presence here.
I haven't seen a single Hedron Crab or a Vengevine out of him, though.
Yep.
But, hey, I think these things are still doing the job.
Oh, we have Underworld Breach, not Through the Breach. Somebody is commenting here in live chat. Great.
Thank you, thank you, YouTube chat.
Thank you, Lee McLeod. All right, Underworld Breach, not Through the Breach. That is going to change things quite a lot in terms of what we're looking at.
Oh, my God, I love how when Underworld Breach was legal in Legacy, that was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Like, God, the people playing it were just the biggest mouth breathers. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Legacy's in a very good, if very slow spot right now, though.
Yep. I mean, the Legacy has access to lots of free spells, but we're going to see a lot of free spells tonight. There's just a lot of ways to utilize card advantage and transform it. And that's one of those things that I think is great in Magic is transformation of resources, right? Card economy is part of the game. Mana economy is part of the game. But
life economy,
yeah. Like there's a lot going on in terms of a game of Magic.
I'd say I play Reanimator sometimes in Legacy, and I just laugh when my life gets to 5 or whatever.
Board wipe.
Ooh, Amalgam, but
out
comes that, and since that came out, Amalgam will come out at the end of the turn.
Yep.
So. Also, I'm finally looking up where Elvish Spirit Guide is from.
Yeah, I know Simian Spirit Guide was from
Urza's, one of the Urza. It was like this is one of those time shifted ones. So it was it was like Time Spiral or something thereabouts.
Something in that age.
Okay, I know Dominaria Remastered was not the first set.
No.
Sets in Legality. There we go. It was Alliances.
It was Alliances. Oh, good call.
Okay, that's what Okay.
Yeah, so then is there anything that's still like useful out of Homelands? I don't think so.
Literally Didgeridoo. Yeah.
Meme cards, but we're gonna see some really strong stuff tonight. This is sort of the function of playing Modern. All right, so we got. Yep.
Sorry, not the stream chat, but the chat for my Magic team. They are all just talking smack, and it's beautiful. But.
Good. Yeah, holy crap. All right, Tim is going to need to find another board wipe immediately or he's done.
Yeah. Oh, Grave Crawlers, too.
Yeah, this is the power of using your discard as part of your deck.
So what's interesting here is the Grave Crawler is probably the only thing that can actually trigger the Vengevine in this deck. Literally everything else just comes out conditionally.
Yep.
Narcomoeba comes out conditionally. Oh, yeah, EI is still legal in this format.
Oh,
that got banned out of Legacy.
Oh, boy. I'm kind of curious, actually, to see what the starting hands were for these players. Like, everyone has a different mix in terms of their lands in the deck because that's going to determine, like, the spell density. And sometimes that really... Oh, there it is. All right, Tim's conceding.
Whoopsie.
Or just dying.
Oh, hey, I saw a 0. And, hey, there's Alex... on screen, our victor for game number 1.
Yep, and now we're going to game 2. We're going to see if anybody does any sideboarding here.
Now, here's the really funny thing. Are they going to actually use the reset feature on Companion, or are they just going to mash it until it goes back to 20 on either side?
It's the real skill test. Do you know how to reset it?
I was about to say, like, if you can move your finger that fast, you're probably very popular. But
oh, yeah. Well, you got to use it for button mashing, right? Like
Well, you only have
pressing
to
A
thumb,
over and
though,
over and
yeah.
over again.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
this is the most important skill in some games.
And there's
Tim.
There's Tim, the intrepid.
There's our judge.
Yeah, he's the judge. I think he's technically the general manager of the store too.
Oh, is he?
I forget.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
I don't want to think too hard about whose role is what at the store because I don't want to. They're not paying me to think about things. Ooh, what kind of comments do we have?
Chat is saying here the Lucky Amalgam Amoeba hit it really saved Alex.
Yep.
Pretty sure it was solidly Tim's game before that. That's very possible, Lee. For sure, there's some big swings here just due to the nature of Alex's deck.
We're gonna have to get that guy on stream next time.
Yeah, we'll see where Lee is. Lee, are you part of the Gathering Place crew, or are you somebody independent, just tuning into the channel?
Oh, what do we have going in here?
Up. All right, so we have some sideboarding going on.
It looked like it's something with an adventure attached to it, just by the way the things. Or it could have been any number of the weird variant frames that are being released, like in a flood upon Magic players these days. Maybe we will get to see what it does here in the near future.
Oh, okay. So we got now. Dustin's new. Hey, Dustin, how's it going?
Hi, Dustin.
Welcome to the YouTube channel. We're just streaming a Modern tournament here in the Gathering Place, and we've got a feature match here with Alex and Tim. And Alex is playing a homebrew, and Tim is playing Through the Breach. Is it
Underworld Breach?
Underworld Breach. Underworld Breach. Underworld Breach.
Ian said Through the Breach.
Yeah.
But these are different cards. Oh, they actually reset it.
They reset
They didn't
it.
just mash it repeatedly.
Oh my God!
Oh hey, look at that opening.
Skill test achieved.
What do we have in this opening hands? Is that a? Okay, Watery Grave. All right.
Good. Makes sense. Let's see. Oh, they're off to the races. Yep.
They are just going.
Scalding Tarn, Bolt myself.
Interesting.
Yeah, there we go. That's Modern.
Yeah, for real.
There it is.
There's a reason I like playing Burn when I do play Modern.
I also really liked the 13-13 that one black.
Death Shadow, yes.
Yeah, Death Shadow.
So what's funny
Very
is
cool
we
deck.
do have
Very
some
cool
dedicated
deck.
Legacy players of that deck here at the Gathering Place for our Legacy nights. So I'm trying to think of I don't know that I've ever seen a Shadow player here for Modern. I
don't even know if Shadow is still playable in Modern. Like the meta's changed a lot. Never mind the rules of what's banned and what's not.
True that.
All right, so we are seeing here board development. Holy cow! Look at Tim's turn. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of cardboard he's playing down. Yep.
And well, Alex at least has a Watery Grave. It looks like.
All right, so what is he representing here? He's got.
So he's going to EI. Yeah.
Does he have any one-cost counterspells, you think? I don't know. We don't know because this is a homebrew deck out of Alex. But do you think that he might be holding up Force Spike? You think he's running that?
Nah, there's probably not room for that because, like, for the most part, your things coming out of your yard are effectively uncounterable aside from like Stifle, Whirlwind Denial, nonsense cards no one's going to be playing in this format.
For sure.
The only time Whirlwind Denial is actually any good is in free form.
Oh, good.
I have written hours of analysis on that stupid fake format, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyway.
There's a lot of fun ways to play Magic for sure. All right, so there he is. He's casting one casting cost. All right, so yeah, it's the dredge effect again.
Yeah, so it's
a mill.
Yuppers. What did he just pop out? He popped out a Narcomoeba. I guess that's another Narcomoeba. Okay,
yep,
yeah.
Another Narcomoeba. The pressure is back on.
I'm sorry, the OG art is still my favorite.
Shadow. Okay, so Lee says Shadow is nearly non-existent. That makes sense. Like it was a very fragile deck to certain strategies.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still funny when people pull it out in Legacy though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But we have what is that thing under the glare? He's literally putting it in the glare.
There's definitely a way to get like card type popping out on there. We'll see if we can find that for the next game. But like, if we can get labels over the cards, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Or just have it skip back and forth from one play side, like the active player's turn.
Yeah.
Because we have multiple overhead cameras, right?
I don't know. I saw at least
I
one.
saw 3 that looked like they were overhead cameras.
Well,
I don't know.
One was straight down. 2 were like at weird angles, which I guess
Yeah.
are the face cams for the players. So.
Yeah. All right. So we are off to the races again with Alex and his graveyard.
I'd say,
Holy
as
cow.
a graveyard deck player, this makes me very, very happy. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm still wondering what that thing on the left is for Alex. Alex is on the back foot, but I don't think that matters in the least with that many things on the field.
Yeah, being
'Cause
behind
what
on
does Tim
life
have, a
is not the end
Ravagan
of the
out?
world. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. What is his companion? I was just.
Does why did he not attack with that Bloodghast?
It just came in. It does suffer summoning sickness.
It doesn't have haste out of the graveyard.
It has. So, Bloodghast only has haste when your opponent has 10 life or less.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, and there's the prize amalgam for things popping out of the yard.
Yep.
And still, the best card ever, Stitcher Supplier.
Yep. I'm really excited to see how this plays out because, one of the things that I do really appreciate about Constructed is that the mana bases allow you to cast your spells way more consistently than in Limited, right?
Yeah.
It's just true.
Yeah.
If your lands tap for multiple colors all the time, then you can cast things, and that fixes a lot of the problems in
Well,
Magic.
look, just waste your picks on just, drawing duels in the set. Yeah.
Yeah, non-basics are awesome.
That's never a bad idea that's going to completely screw you. Yeah.
If you have non-basics, you'll do fine. That's the real secret strategy for Magic. All right.
Yep.
So Tim is popping that.
Yep. I see he's got a fancy schmancy Arabian Nights Mountain on the field.
Yeah, he sure does.
I play one in my burn deck. It's hilarious.
Ooh.
I once pulled it out against some 13-year-old kid, and I'm like, this is older than you.
Yeah. I got to do a Mirage Vision Weatherlight draft with my brother because this was in 2010 or 2011 before the price of boxes exploded.
Right.
And my first girlfriend and I broke up, and I had saved up $1,000 or something for I don't know, some kind of holiday or whatever.
Right.
And so I bought a bunch of boxes of stuff, including MVW. And so we got to draft that in real life. And those
Sick.
packs were older than my brother. You open them up and they smell funny.
But nostalgically funny.
Oh yeah, absolutely nostalgically funny.
Like, a drunk Santa in an alley. But anyway.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah. All right. So, yep, we've got Dustin and Lee here consistently. Those guys are apparently TGP people.
I'd
But-
say they are currently the live chat MVPs, if you will.
So Dustin, we have here Tim playing Underworld Breach, and Alex is playing a deck that's sort of based off of Hogak.
yeah, I mean,
right?
it's basically the spiritual successor to Hogak. He called it Crabvine.
Yep.
But I haven't seen it, unless that is the card in the glare, but I don't think so. I haven't seen a single Hedron Crab or a Vengevine out of him the whole time. And he is
maybe
just
he isn't
going-
drawing them, right? Even if you have a 4 of in a 60-card deck, there's a non-zero chance that you just don't see them into
True
games.
that. And Tim is again on the back foot at 11.
Tim's just doesn't have enough resource denial here because he needs a way to exile graveyards, and he might not even have one.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless he's splashing white. Well, is he splashing white?
Do people not run graveyard hate in their sideboard anymore?
Maybe not. I mean, maybe they kind of stopped after Hogak died. So
It's understandable. You don't want to be dedicating sideboard slots to decks that you're not going to run into. But
I mean, like in Legacy or Vintage, it's absolutely
you better
necessary.
You better have some.
Though,
for sure.
there is an interesting thing that some decks will do. So Bazaar decks usually don't have any ability to pay for the mana, upkeep placed on creatures by Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale.
Yep.
So they will play main deck Leyline to get around Tabernacle
Sure.
because then creatures never go to their opponent's graveyard, so they never lose their bridges.
Yep.
So they always have blockers up in the
Yep.
form of zombies when their Icarids die. So
Yep.
yeah.
That makes sense.
It is a neat and dirty trick a friend of mine pulled off one time. So, hey, we've got a stray cable in the corner of the screen there.
Let's see if we can get some more board removal out of Tim here. Do you remember what it was that he used to do a board wipe earlier?
I'm not sure unless it was that artifact that's sitting there with 2 counters on it. So,
Yeah. Well,
hey, Ragavan's back as well.
Yep.
Does he just have mismatching Ragavans? I'm thinking so.
I'm looking forward to seeing a game 3 if we can get to one.
Yep.
But
Hey,
it does
Gravecrawler.
look pretty rough for Tim at the moment.
Yeah.
So Lee says that graveyard decks are very weak in Modern. There's not very much hate nowadays.
Makes sense.
That can make sense. And yeah, Lee says that the Glare card is Hedron Crab.
Oh,
so
good.
That makes sense.
I was
There we
wondering
go.
how he was doing that then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. That's how he's getting so many cards into his graveyard. That's a fun little interaction there. I think that there's not enough self-mill running around. But maybe...
I would love to actually see his land count considering Hedron Crab functions off landfall.
Yeah,
so.
right? And you can double trigger it with any sort of fetch.
Yep,
so you have a lot of control over that sort of thing.
So incidentally, like
holy shit.
in decks where you're allowed to
There it
run
is.
wow. So incidentally, in decks where you're allowed to run Bridge from Below, like you will sequence your sacrificing and and popping back of Bloodghast in such a way as to maximize the number of zombies you get out of it. So.
Yeah.
And then you do something funny like put Anger in your graveyard and just run over the other guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, last week I managed to go wide around Elves of all decks with Hogak. It was hilarious. There were zombie tokens everywhere. I wish I'd gotten a picture. But
yeah.
But speaking of going wide, oh my
That's
God.
a bunch of Vengevines right there.
Well, I hope Tim doesn't decide to fetch Shock because that
Yep.
might be the end of the game for him.
I mean, catch the golden snitch, Tim. If you're gonna die in style. Because it's not a pay life effect, right? It's you lose 2 life.
Yeah.
But that's different.
Right.
You can still do it and then die. All right. So we got
Floating a mana.
Yep.
Oh, that must be a construct. Okay.
Yep.
It is a 2/2 right now, I guess.
it
It counts itself, and then I guess that's an artifact there, isn't it?
I
Oh,
think
it's a
that's
Mox, right? Yeah, it's a
I
Mox.
think that's a Mox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be a 2/2.
So he's got a 2/2 a 3/3 construct.
Yep. Let's see if he's got the tools here. This is gonna be tough. 10 life is plenty to work with. 3 is enough to win with, but you need a better position than this. It looks like Tim just got choked on land. I'm only seeing 2 lands here, right?
Right. Oh, I guess he
Yeah.
Okay, he rearranged it so he knew which creature they had to block with. Okay.
Yep.
And he looks like he dashed out a Ragavan.
Okay. Yep. There we go. I don't recognize that. Do you see what?
I
do you know what that is?
recognize it either. For my brain, for some reason, wants to interpret the art as an Urza land, but we both know that's not the case.
Yeah.
He's not playing Tron.
Cannot be up. There it is.
Oh, the concession.
The concession.
Yep. Apparently,
Right, so
the
that's,
2/2 or 4/4 construct was simply insufficiently fear. Oh, are they gonna?
Oh, wait! This is Tim showing his hand.
Oh, he is running white though.
Oh, no,
Hey, there
there's
it
the
is.
concession. All
Good
right.
sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Way to go, Alex. Adam
Congratulations
Driver
on
in the
win.
background there.
Oh, what? Neither of the workers or neither of the casters actually work here. We're both just patrons, right?
Yeah, I mean, I run the trivia on Friday nights, but I'm not. There's no W-2. You
Yeah.
can't prove I work here, but it's a running meme that I work here. So
Yeah. And I'm just here whenever Eileen lets me out of the house. Like that's just the way it boils down. Oh, Murray, can I get another one of these? These are really good. The Mystic. Yeah, it's a great choice. Yeah.
Did you say Marie?
No, Murray.
Oh, right.
Murray.
Okay.
Murray.
I was like, her name is Mary.
Murray.
I mean, that is what she goes by on the server right now, on the Discord server, which you can join. Where's it?
Oh,
we're gonna
all
break.
right,
So
great.
we are going to break right quick, it looks like. So
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break because we have finished with our first round feature match here between Tim and Alex.
Yep.
We will resume whenever we have round 1 done,
Yep.
and we'll get another game here on feature match table here on the Gathering Place at 3 Attic Entertainment live stream.
Yep.
Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you and so do I. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to the Gathering Place. Here we are with our Modern tournament. We've just finished up round 1, and so we're going to have a new feature match here.
Yep, we've got Braden will be on the upper side of your screen. Levi will be on the lower side of your screens. Speaking of, there's Levi,
there we go.
our handsome Southside competitor.
So we didn't actually get an opportunity to get their deck list, so we're going to find out what they're
Yeah,
playing on the...
we are totally about to just fake, like,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out on the fly.
Something like that, yeah.
Right? Yeah, we'll
say
see what
Levi
they're doing.
does have a kick-ass playmat, though. So
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think the Gathering Place one is really good, but I like the Dragon Art. I think this was fun.
Oh, I mean, the Dragon
Yeah.
Art's very much incorporated on their new, like, kind of 8-bit styled website, which was launched today. So.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, it's super fancy. In fact, it even has, you can actually go onto their website now and order cards.
Yeah. Oh, holy crap. So you
Yeah.
look through Josh's box of stuff.
Yeah, basically, yes. So, yes, you can do online orders for the Gathering Place to either be shipped or to pick up in store.
All right, so we are seeing action already in this game. We'll find out what's going on. Live chat, in case you guys are still there, go ahead and say anything, Dustin or Lee. But this is round 2.
Yep. Again, Levi on the underside of your monitor, Braden up top.
I like the technology here. Once upon a time, you had to take a notebook to Magic tournaments to write stuff down in, but now they do all this stuff digitally these days, huh?
Well, actually, there was a recent update to the MTR concerning electronic devices. Actually, if you go to the actual website that hosts it, there's actually a lot of very useful commentary interspersed between the actual lines of the paragraphs of the policy.
Yeah.
But basically, they're like, well, phones are a fact of life now, and basically, you're allowed to look up card text, especially because it's integrated into Companion as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I would love to get if we could get this for August. If we could get deck lists on there, I think that would be really helpful.
Well, I mean, they'll have the physical deck list. They can bring us those.
So Lee has identified. It looks like Mill versus Jund.
All right.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh my God, down to 15 life already, but yeah. It's,
I mean, but that's how Jund goes.
That's how
I mean,
Jund
what?
goes, yeah.
Like fetch, shock, thought. At least he didn't. I mean, what did he fetch? Thought. What was? I can't exactly see the red card he played, but part of me is like, my brain wants to go to the classic Jund opening of fetch, shock, thought seize.
Did you ever read anything on Channel Fireball?
Yeah, once or twice, yeah.
Did you ever read the article? There's an article from Conley Woods, I don't know, probably a decade ago, where he said fetch, shock, take 2, but it didn't bolt himself in the text that he was describing in it, and it caused a big uproar in the community. It was one of those things that was just like an obvious misstep, but not the end of the universe.
But it's easy to freak out at people on the internet, so
Yeah, it sure is. Bolted a Ruin Crab turn 1. Yep. Lee, how do you identify all? You just know the art for everything, huh?
He just sits there in front of a screen, just has the art flash in front of his eyes hourly every day.
I bet it's easy for some of the cards that have only been printed once, but for some of these things that have been printed 15 times,
he just Ludovicio's himself for all of the
apparate. So see, with a Jund versus Mill, do you have a personal somebody you think is favored here?
I don't know about favored, but I will always root for the graveyard deck because I am a simpleton. So
that's understandable.
Or at least a simp, one of the two. So.
Yeah. Graveyard decks are really cool. They may not be particularly powerful, but boy, I think Lee's commentated tournaments before.
Well, Lee, I hope you're at least entertained by our amateur shenanigans. So.
Yeah, I hope you're having a good time. I hope, because we're definitely having a good time out here.
Yeah, I think they mostly just recruited us because we like to talk.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we got here. What are they resolving here? Did you catch it?
I did not catch it.
Okay, I guess we'll find out in a moment here shortly. With Jund versus Mill, it feels like if Mill is going to be using a lot of graveyard recursion, then the Jun's discard spells are going to go down a lot in terms of overall value, which should be pretty rough for them. But the way that this game is going to play out is probably just going to come down to potential graveyard hate. Are we just going to have a graveyard hate stream? I mean, this could be something. Yep, there we go. Oh, we did a fade, and now there's another human hand. Who is this human? Is this Judge? Is this Tim?
Let me see.
Can we look?
It is.
Oh, it's
it is
Tim.
He's back on cam in his function as Judge.
Look at him in his hats.
So many hats.
Yeah.
That is a particularly showy hat.
My understanding is the baseball cap that's like flat is called a snapback.
Well, I mean, it's because of the snaps in the back, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's held together with snaps.
It is snaps in the back. Oh my God, and there's magic on it. I have a shirt from Apocalypse with an Anna Evolver on it that I should have worn. That's okay. I'm wearing a Gathering Place shirt, but I have an Anna Evolver on.
So yeah, because I'm definitely not tech.
With the cards that are in my deck.
Yep, and then you'll shuffle your library, and we'll continue resolving this spell.
You can see this is a silhouette of Arnold Schwarzenegger in a bodybuilding competition. He is one of our gods.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
But you know what would be nice though is having an earpiece with audio to the game match, because I'm sure that the players are saying things to each other. They'll identify stuff for us, right?
It's true.
That would be
and we wouldn't even have to pay them. If they stop talking, we just go over and tase them.
Crap, you're right. All right, looks like Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, he's smiling. What is he smiling
Tasha's
about?
hideous laughter is a great. All right. I didn't do any limited in Adventures of Forgotten Realms, but I like it. Dungeons and Dragons, I think, translates really well to Magic.
Well, I mean, what? Magic was designed to be played during downtime or something like that?
Yeah.
Or at least that's part of, like, the story. Hey, there's the camera armature.
Oh, my God.
I'm no good at lip reading, so I have no idea what he's saying.
Oh, no.
Oh, so it's mill in the sense of, okay, he's milling
Yep,
him into
milling
oblivion.
Him. Oh, boy. That is crazy. Let's find out. All right, so, hey, Chris, check it out. We had a different video feed here.
Interesting.
It might just be delayed.
Yeah, like, that's a good, like, the YouTube's like a good 10 seconds behind what we're seeing live, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do we see? A surgical extraction in game one. Mill, baby!
Yes. Oh, my God.
Let's go.
Oh, my God. We can hear some of it, but I think an earpiece is the right way to go, Tanner, because if we put the volume too high on the tap, not now, for August, but if we put the volume too loud here, it'll start coming through on the mics, even if you have great mics, which it looks like you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many cards Braden has left in his library.
Yeah, I agree, Lee. I think Mill favored game one makes a lot of sense, but we'll find out.
Especially with main deck surgical.
Main deck surgical is
main deck surgical is just
that's big balls right there.
He woke up and chose violence today. Let's say what's the chat saying over there, Walker?
So Lee was commenting that it's creativity as the opposing deck instead of just Jund. So I'd say Mill should be favored game one. So with creativity in the deck, yeah, it means that there's a lot of play there. Jesus Christ, look at his graveyard already. This is just bananas. Look at that. It's like 30 cards.
Welp.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, we'll see. Like one of the dangers of milling your opponent is if they have graveyard recursion or just any way to create incremental value, that's going to make your deck worse.
I would love to see the hilarious matchup between this and Crapvine from last round.
That would be amazing. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening, but that would be amazing.
I mean, the main deck surgical would make that even more ridiculous.
A main deck surgical is just, I don't know if I've ever seen it. Actually,
one of the most shocking times I ever got surgical while playing Reanimator was when Death and Taxes was running it in Legacy back in like 2018 for some reason. So.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's Phyrexian mana, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're not playing Commander. There's no such
Yeah.
thing as mana as color identity or whatever. You're just playing Magic.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. That's why, like,
That's why Misstep got restricted in
That's why-
Vintage, because
Yes.
it was part of the
It's a fucking
stupidest arms
problem.
war.
It's a problem.
I mean, it still feels good to misstep someone's Ancestral Recall, mind
Absolutely.
you, but
It's a critical piece of the Vintage infrastructure, but
absolutely.
it's a different game than Modern for sure. Yep.
It's
All right.
actually slower than Legacy, believe it or not.
I mean, I can believe it because in Vintage, of course, you're trying to manage a very different dimension of resources.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, when everything's broken, nothing is.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Exactly. Yep.
That
Here's-
said, playing Upsal spells in Vintage is magical, let me tell you.
Yeah, I believe it. We're seeing a pretty interesting development here, a lot slower than what we got out of Tim and Alex, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That means we're going to get a lot of management in regards to these players' resources. I'm excited to see an opportunity for somebody to just keep 2 basic lands in hand and threaten a counterspell or whatever.
Are we looking at another Arabian Nights mountain, or is that just a altered mountain? I think it's just altered somehow.
It's
actually.
altered somehow.
Oh, no,
Although
I've seen
that
that before.
isn't-
I think
that
he's
is
got
an
like kind of a
old-
Starry Night thing
That's
going
an
on.
old black bordered card no matter what. So if
Yep.
that isn't Arabian Nights
Mwah.
Unlimited, Beta?
Beta, yeah.
Beta?
Unlimited was white bordered, so.
Oh, yeah.
But mwah.
I love to see it.
I'd say just the audacity to alter a beta card, just mwah,
Yep.
mwah.
Brave.
Reckless.
There's a great
Impulsive.
story my dad told, which apparently other people are aware of, but my dad was at the convention where it happened. There was a big comic book collector who destroyed a copy of either Spider-Man or Fantastic Four #1 just to increase the value of the other existing. Because there's a finite number of them in the world, and there's a finite number of beta mountains in the world. So
True
doing
that.
an altar, but that's not a bad thing. Altar is a great way for you to demonstrate care for your deck, right?
Oh yeah.
Great way. Enthusiasm for the cardboard.
True that.
So you were saying that there's like a rule change in regards to the digital stuff here?
Right. Basically, basically there's still the idea you can't like access things of substantial strategic value. So like you can't access a sideboard guide during a match.
Yeah.
I forget what it said exactly about taking notes, but obviously any notes you take are public information during a game.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, really, you probably wouldn't be switching your phone off of,
Right. I mean, thank God that they've got the life counter here. That's an important infrastructure tool for us.
Yeah, I was about to say, glad they broke that out.
Yeah. I love Jund. Have you ever watched any Duke Reed stuff?
Little bit.
He does a lot, or he used to do a lot of constructed with Jund. I think it's just a really fun deck in terms of the resources you have to manage, right? Resource denial is an important part of the game. Oh, there we got a Jace. I can't tell which one that is, but that's definitely one of them.
I'm wondering if it's not the new, like, completed Jace or whatever. The Completed Mind, I think, is the name of the card from Mom. If not Mom, then, Mom or March.
Yeah.
I think this was Mom.
Yeah. You know what would be awesome is if we could just, like, zoom in.
Right.
Enhance.
Yeah, I would love just to be
CSI.
slightly zoomed in right now. Yeah.
Enhance. Law and Order SVU. Law and Order
We just
MTG.
put in one more camera that's literally hovering over their hands, and just, they get a penalty if they smack it.
We just gotta be able to touch the screen and zoom like this. And that's a real thing that really happens in the real world, and not only in TV, right?
I mean, it's essential to the plot of Taken, the best Liam Neeson movie ever.
There you go, yeah. God damn,
Where he saw a guy's face in the reflection of a
look at Jun's
car
discard
window.
pile. They're just like getting brutalized over there in terms of their deck.
Again, I would absolutely love. Where is even? Oh, there it is, right there in the corner. Okay.
Yep.
He is
Oh,
searching.
No. I mean, the one nice side is playing against Mill. If your life total doesn't matter, right? You can bullet yourself as many times as you want.
I mean, for all we know, he has a plan B, but
We'll find out. But there's only so many resources that you can include in a deck.
yeah, true. But I guess for right now he's on plan M.
Yeah, for sure.
Mill. What are we going for here? Oh, just fiddling with the boxes. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, probably retrieving tokens. Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah.
What even is that?
Oh my God, they're using actual tokens instead of just.
That's
D6s.
a one-piece card. That is a one-piece card.
That's good enough. Does it communicate the important information on the board? I think so. It's a one-piece card. That's good enough.
You know, the one piece is real.
The one piece is real?
There was like, Whitebeard's dying words. The one piece is real.
What if he only said that to make people go out on search of things because he's a sadistic maniac? Or because he loves questing? What if he just told people that to make them quest?
I mean, I'm not going to quest shame, so,
Is Questing Beast, dead in the format? It's an expensive spell.
I
It
have
doesn't
seen
end the game. So.
Actually, the strangest playing I've ever seen, or I've seen Questing Beast recently, is as a commander.
Commander? What?
It was certainly a deck.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And for some reason, this friend insisted on referring to it as the Roomba Beast.
Oh.
I think his brother called it that, and his brother may have been drunk. So
that checks out. That checks out.
But as long as Commander is the most casual format, so as long as they're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. Commander is one of those things that I don't play myself, but I understand. Are these Chris, do you identify that art? Is that an ancient tomb?
No, it's got a red box, so it probably makes red mana to some degree.
What is that?
It might be Shatterskull Pass.
Yep, that would make sense. Oh boy. We got some Dagrons. Oh boy.
And another one-piece card.
Oh no. That's a scary board to be looking down as well. It depends on what sort of tools they have. I don't know if these guys are running. Have you encountered anybody running what's the 3-cost artifact people can't attack you?
You're not thinking of Ensnaring Bridge,
I
are
am
you?
thinking
Okay.
of Ensnaring Bridge.
Is that legal in Modern?
I mean, once upon a time, it definitely was. It was a critical part of the infrastructure for Lantern control.
I'm certain it's not banned. Oh, someone just said something.
It's a space blood crypt. Blood crypt.
Space blood crypt.
Okay, that makes sense. That's rude of them. Magic, Wizards, if you're watching this stream, even if it's a space blood crypt, make it divided in half. You can make part of the card black. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm looking at his foil stomping ground there. It's very, very shiny.
Mill has one turn to find a solution here, or they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I wonder how many cards Braden has left in his deck. He is reading the Jace. Showing almost got his whole hat on stream there.
How about that main deck Surgical Extraction though? That was an interesting thing to include.
That was beautiful to see.
But
and hilarious. Oh wait,
we see
we
a
got a scoop
concession.
here?
Yeah. Main deck Surgical.
I guess the Jace was about to just go off on him.
Yep.
Well, I'm guessing Mr. Levi won because he is smiling. That was game. That was game one.
That was game one.
Okay.
That was game one of round 2 here of Modern at the Gathering Place. We're doing a tournament here on Wednesday.
Yep,
and
our Wednesday night Modern.
Yeah, just
Every
doing a
Wednesday.
little casting and getting ourselves in the goal for the August tournament.
I'd say if you are looking for a fun place to play Modern on Wednesday nights, the Modern scene here is hopping. We routinely have 20+ people playing. So you will easily get 4 rounds in, maybe 5 if you really want to play a bunch of Modern.
You want to play Magic until 1 in the morning?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, how about 2 in the morning?
Well, yeah.
Don't tell Eileen. She'll get mad. Where the hell were you, Walker? I ate potato rolls with egg salad on it. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, just, have you ever just tried to cajole her by being like, come on, Eileen,
No,
I
I
was
would never do
playing
that.
Magic
I would never
until
do that.
2 in the morning. It was everything.
I think she would divorce me.
Oh my God.
If I tried to sing to her, I think she would divorce me. I think I would divorce me.
Hi, Tim. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
hey,
actually,
Tim.
Tim, can I get another beer first? Yeah.
What is the insight on the judge call, Mr. Judge?
Can I get water too?
Yep.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
All right, so Tim has revealed that the judge call where he popped in was just that a player had forgotten, Braden had forgotten to take out their sideboard. That's okay. That's also part of the structure here at the Gathering Place, is that at the end of the day, even though there are a lot of highly competitive players, we understand that there are going to be people who are new or people who make mistakes, and that's part of the community too.
But if it really comes down to it, you can just go hash it out in the gravel parking lot outside.
Yeah.
Be sure to bring a spare sock to fill with to fill with gravel.
Yeah, gravel or butter. As long as it's out of the fridge, it'll work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're swinging,
you could leave it out all night.
or you just kill them with rancid butter.
No, you just hit them with butter, and then it kind of flops on them, and then they feel funny.
I mean,
right?
no, if it's been out all night, you hit them in the face with, they vomit, you win.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here we are for round 2, game 2.
Where the sideboard cards are indeed supposed to be in his deck.
Yep, that makes sense.
I mean, I wonder if they were even for the matchup.
Yep.
Reminds me of a hilarious judge call at an event in Richmond one time. A green player had a choke. Had main deck chokes.
Main deck chokes.
And the guy who was obviously playing blue in Legacy sees the main deck choke and immediately calls the judge. The judge comes over, assesses the situation, runs back to where the lists are, double checks the list, and comes back and says, I can assure you he has at least one main deck choke.
Rough. That's tough to see as a blue player. I don't know.
It was hilarious.
I bet it was, but that sounds like a dangerous game to be playing, right? Playing a deck that's, I guess it makes sense, right? If you need a strategic silver bullet for something, then that's a great way to get access to it.
I mean, blue does run rampant in Legacy. I mean,
yeah.
Brainstorm is one of the most commonly played cards. Force of Will is the most. Force of Will has to be played because, well,
if it's
otherwise
one
combo
in
decks
5
just go
colors,
nuts.
that's not the same thing because in Vintage and Legacy, how many decks are non-blue?
Well, I mean,
there's Death and Taxes. There's
Death
Mud,
and Taxes, Reanimator.
Reanimator.
You don't really count
Elf
the blue
Ball,
creatures. Yeah, Elf is green. Yeah.
Red deck wins still exists.
I mean, Hogak can be blue, but I play the non-blue version because I'm a masochist. So.
Yeah, but blue has access to good spells. You might as well play it. You got good mana, right?
Yeah, Mize. I mean, the fact you can play with actual duels is also very, very nice.
Oh, yeah, actual duels. And can you imagine being able to fetch a land and not losing 3 life?
Amen to that.
It
actually,
happens.
and for those of you curious about playing Legacy at the Gathering Place, we do have a 15 proxy policy. You may have up to 15 proxies in your Legacy deck, and this also goes for the cash tournaments that happen monthly. Incidentally, also, the vintage tournaments that happen every so often are full proxy.
I love the shuffling here, although I do have to say that riffle shuffling a deck simultaneously fills me with terror and with awe.
I was about to say, the guy who riffle shovels a vintage deck in front of you just
doesn't care.
Just take your wallet out and give it to him. He's going to rob you. He's going to murder you. He is a man among men, and there's nothing you can do to withstand his power.
Yeah, you riffle shuffle a Mox, and you might as well just beat up the person across the table from you and take everything.
The person who riffle shuffles while maintaining eye contact, that person is like the living embodiment of terror itself. So,
all right, so we are here in game 2. We're gonna see mulligan decisions out of the players. Yep. makes sense. I really like the London Mulligan. I think it's great. Like, I don't know how it impacts constructed, but from a limited perspective,
it made
it's
bizarre
fantastic.
It made bizarre decks into a nightmare.
Good.
You have a 99% chance of getting your opening, having between
bizarre?
that and Serum Powder.
Yeah.
You have a almost 99% chance of getting a bizarre Baghdad in your opening hand.
Good.
And there are people who will mull to one just to get it, and it works.
Good for them. Did you ever play Return to Ravnica sealed or draft or anything like that?
I did not.
There were a couple of cards in like ancient Magic lore. I think Return to Ravnica is ancient Magic lore. I don't know. You tell me. I've been playing since Fallen Empires, but like the Return to Ravnica had access to Plague Rats. Was it Plague Rats?
God,
the
those are the discard. The rats you could discard.
Yeah, the rats you can discard to make more of them.
I'm blanking on the name of the card, but that was a Plague Rats.
Yeah, it wasn't Plague Rats. It was some other kind of rat. But like you just discard cards and then you kill people.
Right.
And like in Limited, sometimes it's impossible to respond to that because they get bigger and bigger the more that you make, and the tokens can make more tokens. Yeah. And so like the London Mulligan feel like it would interact poorly there, but I think it makes for better gameplays because here we've already gotten lots of stuff underway. People are feeling good about their Mulligan decisions. I think we'll hear from them after the round, maybe.
Hopefully.
But depends on when the game ends.
Levi is up a game. Here comes. Oh, that's Renin 6. Okay.
Yep. Renin 6 is a very cool planeswalker.
Renin 6 is banned in Legacy for very good reason. Modern Horizons was a mistake, but anyway.
Modern Horizons had plenty of interaction with Snowlands, and that's cool.
True that.
That's cool. I like Snowlands.
I'm trying to think of a chase card from Modern Horizons that wasn't banned out of Legacy, and I think that would be what? Hogak?
Yeah, that sounds about right. But my brother has a peasant cube that he's built that has only Snowlands as his basic lands. And, of course, there's just an awful lot of Modern Horizons 2 stuff in there. And Modern Horizons 1, because, like, anything that interacts with snow permanents, you're going to find Snowland stuff.
I mean, interestingly enough, you still do occasionally see people playing snow stuff in Legacy just because of, what's that little...
Oh, Lee's... It's Pack Rat. Pack Rat is the card we're thinking
Thank you, Lee.
Lee is the only person watching this consistently and isn't a genius. Oh, yeah, Force of Negation. I have a Force of Negation in the console on my car that's been there for 4 years because I thought I was going to sell it, and then I never cleared out my console.
I'd say the Forces were wonderful cards. Force of Vigor is a terrifying thing in Vintage, absolutely. What else? None of the other Forces really made an impact, but Negation and Vigor are fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. I love free spells. I think they're fun. I think they add a lot of dynamic to the game. They might make like a risk calculation pretty difficult from a player perspective, but that's okay. Sometimes part of the game of Magic is, you get screwed on land, but sometimes part of the game of Magic is that you try to figure out the information of what your opponent has, but you fail to calculate for a free spell or whatever, and I think that's good.
I say, yeah. I mean, again, Richard Garfield, the creator, peace be upon him, did deliberately include variants because he was a math, PhD and a total dork. So of course that would appeal to him.
Did you know that he designed Winston Draft?
Interesting.
Winston Draft is literally designed by Richard Garfield. So if you're going to do a 2-player draft format and you haven't played Winston Draft, give it a try. I think Winchester is generally better, but Winchester itself incorporates a lot of stuff from Winston.
Are you just saying we're all his guinea pigs?
Yes. Be very thankful that we are all Richard Garfield's guinea pigs, because there are worse things to be.
Praise be to the creator.
Yes. So we've seen a good development here. This is Jund versus Mill, and looks like Mill's up on game 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are going to
Goomba. Oh, he just leylined.
Rough.
Leyline binding one of those little Goombas out of the game.
I mean, I don't know if I have a horse in this fight. I
still think Mill is hilarious.
That's the idiom, horse in this fight. I don't know what you guys are doing, but if you're not fighting your horses.
I mean, we here at the Gathering Ways are huge proponents of horse fighting, but anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that a which one is that? That's one of the Emrakul's, isn't it?
Yeah, Promised End, I think.
That's Promised End.
Yep.
All right. Once upon a time, legendary Eldrazi's just shuffled your graveyard into your discard every time, or in your library.
Yeah, it looks like he
every
got
time.
exiled though. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because it is
that what's
perpendicular
going
to
on.
the yard.
Yep. Oh my God! Just the riffle shuffle every time, bud.
My God, it's so low. He's just like it's audible over all the noise in the bar. It's ridiculous.
Good for him. Well, we do have audio coming in through the monitor, so we're able to hear some of the sound. We could potentially pull this closer, but
it's
I don't know.
But that riffle.
Braden looked up at the camera.
Hi, Braden.
This is going to be a fun match to watch for sure. There's a lot of resources being managed at the moment, and so that's Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Yep.
Oh, Aeon's Torn. Okay.
That makes sense. Yep. Aeon's Torn at a Jund.
Well, I guess if you have enough mana, thanks to Ren and 6.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I guess it is nice, even if his lands do get milled away. Like,
I love
he
watching
can get him back.
Like players who play Magic consistently interact with cards. I think there's something like very cathartic with the way that they tap things and untap and play cards.
Card-thartic.
Yes, card-thartic, exactly. Thank you, Chris.
I'm an uncle. I'm allowed to make dad jokes, so close enough.
It's just fun to watch the way they interact with the prime material plane. There's so much space there. Oh, look at that. There we go.
I'm pointing at my guy.
Yeah.
Is that a Hedron crab?
It's
blue,
again,
right?
let's see.
I mean, it is blue.
It is blue.
I mean, it is a mill deck.
It's
I'm
a
guessing
blue single color pip. I
Then
can
it-
definitely see that.
Then it's most definitely a Hedron crab. Better than the hedonistic crab. That guy's scary.
Lee says that he doesn't think there's a promo Promised End, which that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Aeon's Torn, I think, is better anyway.
It depends on what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's very, very different cases when you're trying to use one really big expensive spell in Magic.
I mean, I
versus
do have a
another.
suspicion that the one thing he is trying to do is win.
You might be right. You might be right. I bet you that there are some players here who probably are not aiming necessarily to win, but to accomplish their own goal.
I once threatened to bring a deck that had a City in a Bottle, the Arabian Nights Sethoser, some number of Arabian Nights creatures, and the suit and the card Assault Suit, which prevents things from being sacrificed. Because City in a Bottle demands you sacrifice any Arabian Nights creatures on the board, and then the game hangs because you can never sacrifice the creature.
I hope you felt really good about bringing that deck.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't about to shell out for the Cities in a Bottle, but
Yeah.
it would have been absolutely frustrating for anybody.
I can imagine.
It'd be like playing World Gorger Dragon without a win con, which is hilarious.
Yeah. You remember there was a time where LSV built a deck which was, I don't remember, I think he just like forgot to include a win con in there. But boy,
There was an overlay.
What?
There was an overlay.
there was an overlay?
Yeah.
There was
That was
there was an
fancy.
overlay, chat.
Yeah, we saw it on the. I saw it on that monitor. I didn't see it on the other one though. That's cool. I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, we got plenty of options here. Oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
Holy cow. Are we just going to get 2 O's here?
I mean, it's like the northern position is just cursed tonight. It seems.
I got to tell you, this is exactly why I like including cycling lands in any sort of limited format.
Look at that goofy smile.
You don't
He is
have
so
that
pleased with
option
himself.
in a constructed deck, right? You need your lands to generate the mana that you're looking for, but
He
sometimes
showed
you
up with
flood out.
he showed up with the meme deck and won, and is just smiling his head off as a result. So,
Yeah, good for him.
yep,
Is Mill 2-0 then?
I probably so then. I actually don't know how they're
Oh
determining what the
my
feature
God.
match is.
Yeah, I don't know either. You
Oh,
know-
but look, our runner-up here is still all smiles. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Magic's a really fun game, especially when you get to resolve your own spells. Like,
Yep.
that's like, what are you going to do? You're not going to be happy being a magical wizard? Being a planeswalker?
Are you a planeswalker?
No, I don't think so, but I'm a fan of the divination.
I mean, you could be
I
a planeswalker if you just refuse to stay in your seat on an airline.
Tanner,
Okay.
wait a second. We got a question here. What if we had an interview with the players?
We've already thought about this. We will in the long run have
Okay.
them pulling up right here next to you and a
Sweet.
mic here for them.
Fantastic.
Couldn't quite get it in tonight, though, unfortunately.
This
That's
is
understandable.
I'd say this is the
This
what's
is
your
the
music?
test
All right.
run.
All right,
Okay.
everybody.
All right.
All right,
So
everybody.
that's it? That's game
we
two?
will be back for round 3's feature match here as soon as all the slow players finish their games. So
Yeah, oh my god.
The nature of love is self-abandonment. 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 The nature of love is self-abandonment.
All right, welcome back,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome back. Here we are in the gathering place for our Modern tournament. We're about to start round 3.
Yep, so we've got Andrew Siegley, he will be on Thopter Sword combo, and Itai Fish, who is on Wilderness Reclamation.
I'm really excited to see how this game turns out. For those of you watching at home, our mill player actually is still on the top table, but just so that you guys get to see a different combination of cards in Magic, we are going to see the second top table. These guys are also 2-0, and so I'm really excited to see how they play. But just so you know, the mill player might actually win this tournament.
We will see, but there is Mr. Fish on your screen right now, and I'm not sure. You can
Are
see
we gonna get Andrew?
You can see Andrew's smart plaid shirt on the lower side of your
hands.
monitor.
His human hands. Look, there are 5 fingers on there.
Okay, so he's not. This isn't The Simpsons. He's got 5
No,
fingers,
he's got
not
5
4.
fingers,
Okay.
not 4. Or arctodactylism, right? That's where you got lobster claws. You don't know the word for this, Chris?
Well, I'm sure that's a very useful word that comes up all the time.
All
There's,
the time.
There's
All the
Mr.
time.
Fish again. Oh, I see he's got a Nope shirt on. Okay.
Yep. So we're here live at the Gathering Place for round 3 of our tournament of Modern.
Oh.
These guys are going to be playing for 3rd and 4th. We will find out who ends up winning this tournament, but this is going to be an exciting game no matter what.
I'd say. And both of the playmats you can see right now, again, one is the limited edition Gathering, Black Metal Gathering Place. Mats, only 100 are made. I still think there's a few around. The mat you see on the upper side of the screen is from our semi-regular Jank Bank tournaments where you're given a terrible card to build a deck around. And you always get a cool freaking playmat as a result. So we've got like Disco Planeswalkers going on there. Got a Disco Liliana, a Disco Teferi, and a Disco Tybalt, who looks like he is just about to fall over because he is on something, probably drunk.
Chris, how do you feel about sagas? I feel like overall I have a very positive experience with sagas, but that's from playing from a perspective of limited. I have no idea how they play in constructed. Are they good or oppressive?
Oh, there's some in some decks. Like Fable of the Mirror Breaker does get played in quite a few
I
things.
imagine.
I mean, obviously Urza Saga gets played in a lot of
a
things.
lot of things. No kidding.
But obviously he's got that here so he can fetch out the pieces of his Thopter Sword combo. So
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, there it is. There's the Sword of the Meek already.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be a really interesting match no matter what.
I cannot wait to see if someone gets Shark Typhooned to death.
Yes. Shark Typhoon. I remember when that was Ikoria, right?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, I played a lot of limited Ikoria, and that was one of those cards that, like, on the surface, it's a little hard to approach, right? Do you want to get card advantage from it or not? But here in Constructed, that's got to just be an uncounterable counterspell 90% of the time, right?
Yep. Oh, we see a Renin 6 as well on the Wilderness
Renin 6 is
Reclamation
out.
side. I mean,
Yep, there we go.
if he is trying to ramp, that is a fantastic way to do it.
Great
So-
start. Great start.
Yep.
Yeah, 15 life, whatever. 10 life,
Super whatever,
Just
yeah.
keep going.
I mean, this is going to be like both these decks are just looking for blowouts either way. So
Yeah, the combo potential here means that we're going to see less resource management on the board and more resource management in their hand and in regards to their library. A lot of play is going to occur in hidden information game states. But I think that that's fun. I think that that's part of the game. So that Renin 6, what are you thinking that they're going to be doing here with this? Are they going to be plussing it?
I mean, they'll just be
over and
they'll
over
be
again?
recurring fetches just to
Yeah.
like get the mana they want. So
Yeah, that looks good. That looks like
it was
a great
it was
way to
particularly
go.
impressive in Legacy just for the ability to recur things like Wastelands, for example.
Yeah, recur a wasteland.
And here's the
Good
thing,
luck.
like, the blue decks have a way of just incorporating everything else just due to, like, the prevalence of duels. So
Yeah. Plus, if you're playing like mostly one color, it's pretty easy for you to get access to that color. Therefore, go ahead and play some colorless lands. But that's less of a thing here in Modern, isn't it?
that is the Thopter Foundry down.
Oh my God! They are going. Yep, there it is. Thopter Foundry. So can they get that Sword of the Meek going?
I say the only reason I know so much about this deck is just because people played it like as part of Tezzerator and Legacy.
Oh yeah, Tezzerator.
I mean, also Shark Typhoon sometimes does see play in Legacy. People running some kind of blue-white control shell will eventually drop a Shark Typhoon.
Yeah.
Just make it's their win con. They're just
it's uncounterable. It's very powerful and flexible. It does mean, of course, that you are open to losing to bounce spells, but those are not that important in Constructed.
I mean, they'll just counter your bounce spells. So.
Yeah, not important in Constructed.
I mean, bounce spells, there's still lots of good bounce, and Caracas is always a terror in any format. So.
Jeez, is Caracas a spell?
Oh, it's a land.
It's a land that taps for actual mana.
So yeah, it taps for white, and then also
or whatever.
Yeah, it taps for a white, or you can use it to bounce a legendary creature. So
yeah, that's Legends. That one was not reprinted in Chronicles, right?
I don't believe so. I really am struggling to remember that one. I was probably 10 when Chronicles came out. So no, I was 10 when the game came out. So I was a teenager when Chronicles came out.
Was 95 or 96?
Something like that.
I think it was 95.
Okay, I was 12. I wasn't quite a teen yet.
Yeah.
But, I'm old.
Yep.
So.
Chronicles was one of those sets that I basically missed. But that's okay, chat. You guys don't need to know about Chronicles and the ancient dark types of Magic.
What was really funny was having to tell a player or tell a Modern player one time why neither Bazaar of Baghdad nor Mishra's Workshop were legendary.
Yeah, right.
And they were like, why not? I'm like, well, because Legends hadn't come out yet.
Yes.
So.
Legends were a creature type, and that was it. And it was Summon Legend, not Creature Legend.
Yeah, back when, things were weird.
When they hadn't yet figured out templating for a card in Magic.
Oh, yeah, when, Defender wasn't a thing and just Wall had additional rules text as a creature type, yeah.
Haste wasn't a thing. Vigilance wasn't a thing. Banding was a thing.
I actually know how banding works. It comes up when you play Old School, which I am very fond of. That is 93, 94.
What cards do you have that interact with banding?
With banding?
Yeah. Who's got it?
I mean, what's funny is you sometimes can I'm pretty sure there was a set of lands I believe in Legends that would take away abilities. There was Urborg pre.
All right, so
oh my God!
Over here?
Stuff is happening, and this is fantastic. I'm sure that's wonderful commentary to say stuff is happening. So,
whether or not you believe it, here in this game of
the
Magic,
Ren and 6 just got Leyline
happening.
Binding out of existence. So
good, that makes sense.
Oh no, is that Palace Jailer?
It's
an enchantment. I don't see power toughness. Yeah. We can't enhance our monitor.
It doesn't matter. I can still try. You can zoom in with your fingers if you believe.
Look, if you're going to touch the monitor, at least eat a pizza first so you smear grease everywhere. So.
But if I eat pizza and I get grease everywhere, they'll never give me more free beer. In case you guys don't know, the Gathering Place is also a place for playing. Oh yeah, Tabernacle. Isn't Tabernacle legendary? Is Tabernacle
I can't
legendary?
remember. Let's pull up Gatherer.
There are a lot of legendary lands in Magic the Gathering, and honestly, Tabernacle of the Veil might be one of them. We'll find out.
I'm gonna pull out my phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to use a Mac.
I don't know. It's Portable Hole. Oh, of course it's Portable Hole. Duh. Yeah, Palace Jailer isn't legal in Modern. Although, boy, I love Palace Jailer. Have you played with it?
Oh, I've had it used against me. So every once in a blue moon, Death and Taxes pulls out the real weird things. So
good for Death and Taxes.
Yeah.
You gotta kill people with creatures sometimes. We're just looking up your legality of some of these ancient things, but for those of you watching at home, Portable Hole is one of these things that comes from Dungeons and Dragons.
Tabernacle is indeed legendary.
Tabernacle is indeed legendary. Awesome. But Portable Hole, Chris, have you played D&D?
Of course.
You know what happens when you drop a
A bag of holding.
Bag of holding into a
so when you
portable
put, I thought when you put the portable hole in the bag. No,
Either one.
Well, no, there's different effects as I recall.
There's different effects,
Because in
but they're all bad.
in third ed in the DMG, they list out the 2 different things that happen.
So you can like rend a hole in the prime material plane and then let things through.
Yep.
Or you can create a void space that sucks you to another plane.
Yep.
They don't have that here, but planeswalking, of course, is part of Magic. That's an important part of things. I think that makes sense.
Plus, I mean, a portable hose is a great thing to have when you're lonely. So you know.
They're still on. They're still going. This is a really close game.
I say I'm not really sure the life totals particularly matter. So I say Cryptic
true.
Command in the grave.
Yeah, life totals are just how many times can you crack fetch.
Yep, basically. I mean, 'cause if he drops that Shark Typhoon, it's going to be all over. So.
Yeah, for sure. I love Thopter Foundry though. I think Thopter Foundry Sword of the Meek is just a very cool combo.
Absolutely.
Is Skull Clamp still legal in Legacy?
No.
Is it legal in anything? Vintage?
Probably legal in Vintage, but I don't think it makes much of an impact.
No, not important there. But it's
Let's
banned in
see.
Modern, right?
I believe so.
I sure hope so. Oh man, the board state's looking pretty complicated here. Sword of the Meek has gotten quite a few. I'm gonna just one more time for science. Oh, it still doesn't work. But Sword of the Meek and Thopter Foundry are definitely going. They've got plenty of board presence, but that doesn't necessarily mean the end of the game. Like we said,
Let's say Skull Clamp is absolutely banned in Modern.
Skull Clamp is banned in Modern? I can't believe this. What are they doing to Magic these days?
Well, and technically there are no. The last time they actually had to, aside from the weird stuff or problematic stuff, the only time they've ever had to ban a card out of Vintage was with Luris before the companion change.
Oh, for sure.
Because restricting it would have done nothing.
Yeah, it's your companion. Restrict it as many times as you want.
Yeah. And then let's see, and yeah, Skull Clamp is absolutely banned in Legacy. It never shows up, and I never think about it. That's why I actually had to check.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like, you need a lot of things to kill with it. It seems like
it's legal in Commander though.
It wouldn't be terrible for an Elf deck, but like Elf Ball.
Oh my God. Hi,
what are you
Deca.
gonna do? Hey, it's Deca. Check it out. He doesn't play Magic.
He's totally not on camera or anything, but he's over there, and he's a cool guy. So. He just gave us a look. He gave us a look. Anyway, we deserved it. What's happening in the game, though?
I see a Cryptic in the graveyard.
Yep. Is that? Oh, I believe the Wilderness Reclamation is on the field. The green enchantment right in front of our boy.
I love all these dual lands. That's the real thing, is that it should not surprise anybody. But obviously, because they have access to easier mana, then spells are just easier to resolve in Modern, and that's one of those things that's like not translatable to Limited all the time.
Right.
Oh boy! Oh,
why does he have the Sword of the? Oh, what did he steal it with?
Oh my God! Is that? What did he do?
He stole it somehow, or.
Lee, are you still watching this? Did you happen to catch what happened there?
Lee, we'll buy you a beer next time we see you for your help.
Lee knows what's going on.
Lee, you're the man.
All right, so we given that there's now a Sword of the Meek over on the other player's control, how do you feel?
Oh wait,
about
no,
Thopter Foundry?
it's underneath whatever that is. I'll be honest, I know how it works in Tezzerator, but I have not much idea what's happening right now.
My understanding is that the goal here is to find a way for them to successfully sacrifice the token and recur it over and over again.
Yep.
Or to sacrifice Sword of Meek and recur it over and over again.
Yep.
And either way, they're going to generate, infinite value.
Yep.
So that is why we are not so concerned with the life totals as we were in some of the other games. Because it's just not a resource that's important to manage. If you can do 10,000 damage, then 11 life is similar to 1, right?
It's similar to it's the same as 20 even.
Same as 20 even. As long as it's in the same order of magnitude, what are you going to do?
That is in a real dark sleeve, whatever that is.
Yep. All right, so we got can't sacrifice tokens to Thopter Foundry. That makes sense. Yep. That's a way to keep Thopter under control.
I would say Tezzerator hasn't been a real deck since the middle of the last decade, so I'm probably very rusty on the workings of the combo.
But utilization of the Thopters, generally speaking, it's not about just attacking people with Thopters with Sword of the Meek online, right? It's one of these decks where you're going to be creating incremental value, and then from that incremental value, you'll create a combo of some kind that creates infinite value. I'm just really excited to see a game of Magic where both players are drawing a combination of spells and lands. Like, that really is the big snag that you can hit as Magic is just draw 5 lands off the top of your deck and die.
Yeah.
Right? And we're not getting that here. We're getting some real long positive game states. I'm really excited to see how this goes.
I'd say it's almost like, when you're allowed to construct your deck, you can avoid a lot of common pitfalls.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you saying you can't just run 17 basic lands and feel fine with your deck?
Oh, hey, Lee just said something.
You just make 1 Thopter per mana, pressure with Thopters until you draw Urza, then Urza is infinite mana. That makes sense. Yeah,
yes.
Cast your entire deck. Go for it.
Dope.
So given that there is a combo on the outside, we do need to be careful in regards to the resources they have. Lee says, can play around Endurance by leaving an extra mana open and sacrificing another artifact to bring the sword back in response. That's a great way to do it, right? But that is itself a recursive thing in regards to the mana.
Say, as a graveyard deck player, I hate Endurance with a just fiery passion.
Good for you. It's good to have cards that you despise to see.
I'd say the last person that played Endurance against me is buried in the basement of this building, so...
You don't know where this building is, so you can't check.
I was about to say, his wife keeps asking about him, and I'm just like, he went to get milk.
Yes. Good. Wait, what's the non-Thopter playing again?
Oh, Wilderness Reclamation. So so that'll untap his lands at the end of every turn, so he can just make a Shark Token EOT and beat you to death with it. So
yes. Is there another?
There is a Shark Typhoon online right now.
Yes,
there.
That does. And it looks like they've resolved the Shark Typhoon rather than
that is on the field for sure.
Rather than making a token. Yep, that makes sense. Oh boy! Again, it's just cathartic to see players who are confident with their cards moving them around on a playmat.
Yep.
I don't know.
Token time.
I think it's fun.
Token time.
Yeah. Get it out there. Oh boy.
We have Ann Shark.
Yep. Have you ever seen Sharknado?
My nieces love that movie for some reason.
That's obviously the inspiration.
Yeah.
Sharknado, Shark Typhoon. These things may themselves be associated.
Incidentally, my mother apparently shares a hometown with some of the producers of Sharknado. So,
Chris, why aren't you in the other Sharknado movies then?
I'm terrified of sharks.
That's a good answer. Me too. As I imagine is probably the Thopter Foundry character here, because Jesus, what are you gonna do? That's a 4/4 flying shark.
Yeah,
that's
it looks like
considerably better than the 2/3 Thopters they got running around, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, there is a problem with the server. You should probably click refresh, huh? Sharks famously bad against chumping Thopters. That's a good counter argument, right?
Well, I mean, you get enough sharks though.
Well, I don't know. 4/4 flyers are great against opponents who can't chump, but they're really bad against characters that can.
True. I mean, like he's running blue. Maybe he has bounce. Maybe he has some. Maybe he'll have enough enchantment removal. He's making another shark.
Yeah, but you don't even need a bounce effect here. If you have a way to just chump every turn, then your life total doesn't matter because it's never going to go down.
I mean, you could always just Plague Engineer on Thopter. So
yes, yeah, that's absolutely true. Or CMC 0. I mean, you can do anything if you've got access to engineered explosives.
Amen to that. Maybe we should go beat up Tim and steal his copies.
Yeah, he doesn't need those. He has a fancy hat. He doesn't need engineered explosives.
He's a fancy hat. People have to do what he says. He doesn't need those engineered explosives.
Yeah.
Liberate the engineered explosives.
Yeah. Just pass them around. Put them into random people's decks. See what happens.
I mean, a judge call happens. That's what happens. And then Tim just comes and takes it back. I mean, our plan doesn't work at all.
Every time.
Every time.
Just because you can't just be enthusiastic about a plan and have it resolve that way.
Okay, we just have to put Tim in the basement, too. Tell his wife you went for milk.
Listen, Ariel, in case you're watching this stream, Tim's fine.
Yeah.
He's great.
For now.
Just because you haven't seen him in a month and a half, that doesn't mean anything. He's having a good time he's running around with all of the dogs in the farm upstate. What are we doing? We're playing some
We probably
Magic.
just peaked the mics with that laughter, but anyway.
Well, whatever. It's like a skill issue.
It didn't break yet, so. Wait, skill issue for us or for the mic?
It doesn't matter. It's not important.
Get good microphone.
Get good microphone. Done.
What is even happening on
Oh my
the
god.
game?
These
Well-
guys are playing some really, really considerable Magic. I love this. Anytime you can create
Another shark.
complicated board states with lots of resources that you have to manage all at once, I think that's the peak of Magic.
It is starting to look like a Commander game on this field.
Yeah, no, but I love that. I understand the value of combo, and I love the fact that there is out there this kill with Thopter. But I love seeing creature combat. I love seeing players being forced to think about the game state as it stands right now versus the game state in 3 turns or 2 or 1.
Right.
I think that's a great pacing for them. Hey.
Hi, Jack. Anyway.
What do you think, Chris? You have any idea what's going on here?
There's a lot of Thopters and
A lot of
some number.
Thopters.
Hey, there go the Sharks.
There they go. Is that a 1/1 shark? Because that sure looks like a single pip right there, doesn't it?
It most certainly does.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, it'll still kill a Thopter.
Yeah, a 1/1. Well, it will.
Oh, looks like some connected.
Depends on how many of the Thopters are able to hold equipment here. Is Sword of the Meek legendary?
I don't recall.
Neither. You know what,
There's too many Magic cards for me to remember any of them anymore.
Chris? That's no excuse. We can. Let's see. Sword of the Meek. I don't think it's legendary. It's $12.45 at Atomic Empire.
How specific? If they even would have any in stock.
Have you ever looked at a price at TGI Fridays?
I can't remember the last time I've been to a TGI Fridays.
I haven't been to TGI Fridays in a long time, but it was one of my younger brother's favorite restaurants, so we would go there all the time when I lived in State College. And TGI Fridays is the weirdest price for stuff. It's like $6.85 for one of these appetizers, or like $7.15 for this other thing. And it's
wow, someone is just meticulous about the math.
Yes, someone is very or and stay with me here, Chris, because this one's a big leap. Or it's somebody communicating to sleeper KGB agents.
I say you just find the right combination of numbers and just,
This is the sleeper agents thing.
God, speaking of...
It's $6.85 for something. That means
Speaking
that you
of,
need to assassinate John F. Kennedy.
Oh, my God. Speaking of weird programming, wasn't there a movie where Mel Gibson was the star and his character had to buy a copy of Catcher in the Rye whenever he saw it?
Oh, no. Seriously?
Yeah, it's like how they tracked him by Catcher in the Rye purchases.
Good. All right, so we got the Sharks are beating down out here. Yeah, Tanner, I agree. It must be the KGB. How else do you explain the prices at TGI Fridays? There's
I mean,
nothing.
look at the numbers here for the the number of pips for each shark. Clearly, he's trying to communicate.
What are
something.
they telling us? What do the handlers want us to know? 1-4 yellow. White is the word there. Black dye. There we go. I don't know.
Hey, there's another shark.
It's another shark.
We have another. We have so 414. Are we just gonna read these codes out and activate a bunch of sleeper agents? That's what's happening right now.
That's okay. I'm fine with that. Are you fine with that?
Shit, why not?
I don't have any moral complications in regards to activating sleeper agents. Let's go.
Maybe they shouldn't have gotten programmed in the first place. Oh my god.
Seems like a skill issue.
Jesus Christ.
These pitch black lands should not be allowed to be put into decks. Yeah, Lee, I don't know. It kind of depends on how you approach Magic. I personally think that giving people access to resources is a good thing, but in Constructed, it definitely has some diminishing returns for sure. Chris, what do you like? You have a lot of interaction with like very strange non-basic lands beyond Bazaar. What's in Bazaar and Tabernacle of Vale, Pendle Haven? What are some other big lands, right? In
Pendle
Legacy
Haven,
and Vintage.
I mean, Pendle Haven always every once in a blue moon you'll see a Pendle Haven like in an infect list just because it's hilarious.
Yes, it is hilarious.
It's like, oh, I only got him to 9, but Pendle Haven. So
yeah, whatever.
Or technically, the Pendle Haven has to land first because that's target a 1/1. But
yeah, like 1/1 2. Oh my God! The power is insufficient now. Please.
Are we about to lose our monitor?
This
Maybe.
is still game 1, everybody. So
this is indeed still game 1.
We're
gonna keep going until the monitor dies, and then
we'll figure it out from there.
We'll probably we'll be at a huge lag.
Chris, check it out. There's a video here. So we will have to just commentate on
hugely
it live in regards to the humans watching at home.
Oh yeah, because that 3-second lag means nothing.
This is what the humans are watching.
Yeah, but our words will be like 3 seconds behind what happens.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's what are you gonna do? Hey,
the monitor seems to be about to die.
It says 20% off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, Twitter?
Should we just switch it out? I mean, you can watch on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment of its death.
I love what we're seeing here in regards to this gameplay. Like, there's just so much going on in regards to resource management that it really is surprising, given that there is a combo deck on the field.
Yeah, I'm actually really shocked that
there's really 2.
We're looking at 2 combo decks, and I'm shocked neither is one yet.
Neither is one yet, and B, this looks like a peasant limited field. There's just a bunch of creatures, and they're fighting each other to death.
Yep.
I can't believe
How
what
many
I'm
sharks
seeing.
we are looking at? We're looking at 8 sharks now.
All right, G-Step says Pendle Haven isn't in Vintage.
Yeah, no. Not in Vintage. No, it doesn't do anything in Vintage.
Is it Legacy only?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's like no deck in which Pendle Haven is good in Vintage, so
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
There's a lot of aggro in Vintage. Don't get me wrong, but it's just useless.
Yeah.
Like there's even like a green white Hate Bears deck, which is basically Death and Taxes with a green splash, and it's doesn't even use Pendle Haven.
Wreck is a slow control deck. There's no combo.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, slow control deck against a combo deck.
Hey, what do we got here?
All right.
And Andrew scooped, so looks like that game 1 goes to Mr. Fish.
What a game. What a game.
Yes, indeed. I hope he doesn't accidentally eat any of those dice. There's so many of them.
Or accidentally shuffles one of those tokens in. I don't know. I've seen that happen.
Actually, if you shuffle a token in, you get one of your fingers cut off. It's in the IPG.
If you shuffle a token in, then we called Tim, and then Tim just like
cuts
deals
one of your
out.
fingers off. Yeah,
cuts one of your fingers off. Yeah. Tim put himself on camera for round 1, but he's gonna show up over and over again. There's no way. Oh, I love it.
Sad, Borden. That crispy little.
I would love to
So
see
crispy.
a player shuffle their hand just to do nothing but accomplish stalling for time. That's my favorite thing.
Oh god, people who flick cards should be thrown into the sun, but
If you shuffle your cards around enough, maybe they'll change into something else. Quantum physics will act on your side.
you just
and,
vibrate the card hard enough, right?
Vibrate
Yeah.
the card hard enough, and then all of a sudden it'll turn into a whatever you need.
It's like it doesn't even matter if the card it turns into is legal in this format. It'll be
Irrelevant.
like you just tell them quantum physics, and the judge just has to back off every time.
Shuffle your cards enough, you get your
Like
Herazade.
every time Tim asks
every
me a
time.
question, I just like quantum physics, and he just dies.
Yeah. It's just like there's no such thing as law or judging or sideboarding, apparently. Mike Broadley says, "Yee."
But da 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 da.
All right.
Yee.
So Chris, where's your money? You think they're gonna click the reset button, or do you think they're gonna press over and over and over again?
Well, I don't know. I know Andrew has a brain in his head, so I think they'll properly reset instead of just mashing the thing back up to 20.
But mashing the thing up to 20 gives you like the cathartic experience of touching an object in the prime material plane many times in rapid succession. My understanding is that humans, as one of you, enjoys this, right?
I'd say mashing something as hard and fast as you can is also a technique that will make you very popular.
Did you ever watch Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Did you watch the episode where Werner Herzog shows up and describes how humans are always talking about their penis? And it's like, have you seen this
I'm
episode?
going to have to see this episode. That's magical.
It's a Jerry episode with interdimensional cable. And there we go. All right, so we're on to round 2 round 3 game 2.
There we go. It somehow reset. We don't know how. We cannot bet on it.
We'll have to figure it out on our own. I
Yep.
think really the phone did it on its own.
The
It
phone
chose.
just like wanted to spite them both, and our monitors did. No, it was
Wait,
a fade out. Oh my god, scared
uh,
the crap out of us there.
Chris, that guy's name is also Chris.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to fight him.
Good.
He looks like Adam Driver though.
Good.
I
Have
dare
you
you to start calling him Kylo Ren. Eh?
Have you never done that?
No, I'm not. I'm a jackass, but not that much of a jackass.
Timothy, Judge, can I get a beer? Damn it, Judge.
Actually,
Damn it, Judge.
no, he's off the clock. He's drinking. He can't serve.
Listen, everybody, I don't know if you guys know this, but laws are irrelevant, and the only thing that's important is whether or not I can get a beer.
Well, the only alcoholic beverage that actually eliminates the law is White Claw, because there are no laws when you're drinking claws.
I don't know about that.
Oh, it's true. I asked a lawyer.
Did you?
Yes.
Do you know a lawyer?
I know several lawyers. She told me to shut up and stop sending her dumb questions.
That's a good answer. All right, so here we got round 3, game 2. Let's see how this plays out. We are looking at the opening hands for both players momentarily. It's just anytime they want to pick up 7 and check out what's going on. Oh, hey Andrew, how's it going? There's a new character has appeared in chat. Andrew Smith.
Ayo!
Andrew, take this the right way, but is that a real name, or is that a way for you to communicate with the KGB agents from earlier?
Yeah, it's definitely part of his KBG programming.
It sounds like it, right? You want to come up with an alias to dodge the
41847.
things.
I'm just reading the codes at him to activate him.
All right, we are off to the races. We have a fetch land cracked. Oh my God, they're not taking 3 off of it. Can you believe?
Whoa, no shocks.
No shocks. It comes into play tapped. the way non-basic lands were meant to, unless they're layers or like special non-basics from beta. Or panoramas, I guess. Those also come into play untapped.
So that is like one of those goblin artifact thingies whose name I can never remember.
Oh, good.
But it appears every now and again in like Legacy, usually in Painter or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Painter's phenomenal.
Painter's hilarious.
Yeah, I love any sort of gray decks. Those are fun. Just a lot of excitement to see.
It's really funny watching Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast turn into very effective counter spells.
There's a Sword of the Meek in the graveyard already. This game is already going. Andrew, I don't know if I believe you or not, but if you want to maintain the illusion that you are in fact a human and not a KGB agent activator, I appreciate that. That's okay. That's fine.
We're the people on the microphone, and whatever we say goes.
Yeah, and also, just like in case you're unaware, activating KGB agents from the 1980s that's okay. That's fine.
Do you suppose he was even born in the 80s?
Have you seen BoJack Horseman?
I couldn't really get into it, but I've seen it.
So the first couple of actually the entirety of the first season's pretty bad, and so it's skippable. But there's a character.
The lore.
There's a character who is an activated KGB agent and is involved in an episode where they burn down an amusement park, and then comments on the futility of American capitalism and how it is a snake eating itself.
Let's say like
Caduceus.
also. Well, wait. The Caduceus, that's the Caduceus. Actually, it's weird that the Caduceus is everywhere because you're thinking of a Ouroboros.
Oh,
yeah.
I am thinking of a Ouroboros.
Because the Caduceus is the wand that Hermes uses to close your eyes forever, which is really weird that it became the symbol of medicine.
Yeah.
Whereas the staff of, God, what the hell is his name?
Apollo, buddy. Apollo, not Hermes.
No, Hermes is the psychopomp.
But Apollo is the healer.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Caduceus is Hermes' wand
that
he closes your eyes forever with.
Yes, it does.
He is the psychopomp.
You are absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I sometimes will write mythology questions for trivia.
Good.
So I've been down too many wiki holes about mythology this past year.
Good. That's exciting. So we see a Sword of the Meek already on the field.
Beautiful.
I don't know. This is going to be tough. We'll see how it turns out for everybody, but we do have
an Esper Sentinel on the other side of the field, I believe?
That's what it looks like.
I think this is the first game we've actually competently commentated.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. We're fine. Interacting with a game is not important.
Yeah, they're not even paying us, so we can just say whatever we want.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Chris gets something and I get free beer, and that's the deal that all of us are signed up for.
And that's the deal, my dear. Wherever, however, I do not know Shakira. Oh my God, that song actually has one of the best lines ever, which said, "Good thing my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains."
The staff of Asclepius. The staff of Asclepius. So Asclepius,
Thank
of course,
you. It was he had his ears licked clean by snakes for treating them well, and they told him all the secrets of the earth.
Yeah. You know, I would love to hear snakes lick my ears clean. And
I'm
give me
sure
all the
there's an
secrets of
ASMR
yours.
video for that on YouTube.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, there's a lot of ASMR about being kidnapped by a crazy ex, believe it or not.
How is that an ASMR?
Because they talk to you like this.
That doesn't count as ASMR. I promise.
Walker, I love you.
Just
That's why I tied you up.
ASMR just means touch the microphone with your mustache. That's all it means.
We both have very good mustaches, and I may have just broken this microphone, but not really. Not really, Tanner. Don't sue me.
Don't accept default.
Don't sue me.
Don't accept fault. It was somebody else. It was that guy. All right. I don't know. How do you? All right. So, Chris, what is this here?
Oh, that's a wear tear. So
A wear and tear, of course.
So either blow up an enchantment, blow up an artifact, or hey, fuse them. So
I love split cards in Magic. I think they're a lot of fun. They're a great design space. They give a lot of creative agency and player agency to the people who include them in their deck.
it's
Even
a
if
neat way to
they're-
do a gold card without doing a gold card.
Great way to do a gold card. Great way to do a gold card. So I'm more familiar with split cards.
Does he have a 3 fairy out? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh my God.
Well, you aren't doing anything, Mr. Control Deck.
Well, yep. I don't know.
As the kids have been saying for a long time, lol.
Does this control deck have access to a Planeswalker direct removal?
Good question. I mean, there's always game 3, so I'm just glad they've ramped up the amount of Planeswalker kill available in the game.
Yes, me too. I feel like there are a lot of cards that have been retemplated where they can actually do direct damage to Planeswalkers.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's phenomenal.
I still
That's
remember the
great.
redirect rule. That was the weirdest thing ever.
That was the
so
weirdest thing ever. Yeah.
That felt like some 90s Magic nonsense.
Do you remember
honestly.
the 2010 was it it was M10 with the big changes?
Oh
in
yeah, when they got rid of
regards to
mana burn and stuff. Yeah.
Mana burn. Yep. Did you ever play Prophecy?
I think a little bit. Like my until about 2014 or 2013 when I decided to get into Legacy.
Yeah.
My experience with Magic was very on and off. So
That's understandable.
yeah.
That's understandable. I played a lot of Prophecy, not because it was good, but because it was weird. Do shark tokens count as direct removal? I don't know. Like you tell us, Lee.
They deal damage, so yes.
Well, no, but you can also flash them in and block stuff, right? That's a direct removal because I don't know if you guys are at home watching and
3
understanding
fairies
this.
dead, and I'm not sure how.
You do need to win the game of Magic, not just prevent your opponent from winning. Therefore,
Okay, tell that to Stacks players.
yeah,
But anyway,
I will. But you do need to kill your opponent or come up with a win con elsewhere. And I gotta tell you, like, direct removal of tokens, that's okay, right? Sharks can eat stuff. Flash is a real thing. I think Flash is removal, personally. From a limited perspective, I think that Flash
especially
is
flashing
definitely
anything
removal.
with Death Touch. So
What are you going to... Somebody flashes in a Wolfir Avenger? What are you going to do if you have creatures that are common or uncommon? Oh, forgot a trigger. So Lee says, kind of a throw by Urza player there. Forgot Esper Sentinel trigger and then allowed opponent to play Metallic Rebuke.
Well, we'll be sure to tease him after the match is over. So
I mean, I'm not going to do that because I have to pee. But if you want to do that, I'll let you do it.
you have an empty pint glass right there.
Hey, I do. But I should probably have a beer pint glass right there instead.
It's called circular drinking. But
You know, my understanding is that Jawaharlal Nehru actually did that because he thought it was good for his health.
you can just pretend you're the guy from Waterworld.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Chris has filtered into us another conspiracy theory. Jawaharlal Nehru is in fact actually also Kevin Costner.
I'm game for this. I'm willing to explore this
Have
possibility.
you ever seen them in the same place? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't.
That tells me a lot.
But I haven't seen you in the same place as them either. So you are Kevin Costner. I sincerely believe.
I am Kevin Costner and Jawaharlal Nehru. Anything is possible.
So
If
just
you
pee in the cup already.
Just pee in the cup and then drink it.
Yeah.
That's the real move.
Hey, and we have a wilderness reclamation on the board.
We have the deck. The deck is going. Oh, jeez.
They really should have said, I don't care when they said if we had to moderate ourselves or not.
It doesn't matter. We're, like, what are you going to do? Like, this is a Magic game. Chris, do you have any idea what you're looking for out of these guys over the next couple of turns?
I mean,
with a life total at 8 and 13, this is still game 1, right?
This is, oh my God, it's exactly where game 1 was. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is game.
So
is this game 2?
It is game 2. Well, I
This is
guess
game
we'll
2.
see if he's literally just beating him to death. Oh my God, and they're stoppers.
Oh no. Oh no. Can you kill tokens? They fly.
Luckily, we don't see a shark tornado yet, or shark typhoon yet. So.
Chris, I'm sure you are familiar with Magic from before the inclusion of Reach as an evergreen mechanic, right?
Well, I mean,
it would
Reach
say,
still existed, just didn't have a keyword.
It didn't have a keyword. It would
Like
just
Giant
be Giant
Spider was
Spider.
like, yeah, exactly.
Can block creatures with flying.
Yeah, this can block creatures with flying, right?
Yeah.
Or like sometimes like as though it had flying. And
Yeah, as though it had
hey,
flying.
Sharknado's down to
man.
4.
Oh, man.
So let's see what can Andrew pull it out, and we go to game 3, or will we just see a metric ton of sharks to you know?
I'm curious actually to hear how the top table went because we had the mill player there, right?
We can investigate after this.
I think that would be a lot of fun to understand, like, A, how that game went, and B, who won it.
Yep. It'll be fine.
Power is insufficient now? That's irrelevant. Power is nothing. Power is everything. Seize control of the Force, Chris. Become a Sith Lord.
What's my Sith name then? Darth.
Okay, what? How do you work? What is the etymological root of Ross?
Oh. So one possible meaning is a Highland, another possible meaning is a stallion.
A stallion?
I swear to God, if you call me Darth Horse, I'm going to throw you out the window you're sitting next to.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. Bad Horse is one of the best things in YouTube history.
Okay, the 2010s called They Want Their Musicals Back, so.
Bad Horse, Bad Horse. Bad Horse, Bad Horse. He rides across the nation, a thoroughbred of sin. He got the application that you just sent in. And the Cube players are watching us and judging us. Good for them.
I mean, Dave is old enough to be both of our dads, so like he will judge us. He is just judging us harshly. Hi, Dave.
I am your father.
He is
Neat.
our father. Darth
Hi,
Father.
Dad. Some people speculate that's literally the etymology of Darth Vader.
Yeah, there's
being
a lot
close
of
to
that.
the Dutch word for father. So.
Yeah.
It's never been confirmed, but you know.
I think it makes sense.
Your mother.
Sir, you are on a live stream right now
That's
saying
okay.
terrible
it's a
things.
live stream, but it's It's
Oh, hey.
155 subs.
Why
We can do
is
whatever
it
we
back
want.
on us now? all of a sudden?
Okay, so Andrew Smith, a round of Magic can last for an incredibly complicated amount of time. It really depends on the decks involved. Some games of Magic take 50 minutes, in which case it's just whoever wins. But most of the time, a game of Magic is, 15 minutes? between
Thereabouts,
people?
yeah. So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
why you have like 50 minutes to really.
50 minutes to
You
run
can
3
potentially
games.
do 3 games in that
Yeah.
time, yeah.
But it really does depend, Andrew.
If the
It
game
depends
gets
on the
long and
format,
slow and grindy,
it depends
yeah.
on the game, the decks involved. It depends on the players involved.
Yep.
There's a lot of complications when it comes to how long a game Magic is. Yeah, and
Everything
do
is
they
shuffling, yeah.
Intentionally slow play, but that's a player thing.
I mean, any
That's
format
okay.
with fetches is like 39% shuffling,
Yeah.
so.
Fetches are slow. Modern isn't that bad for as a format,
Nope.
Yeah.
but draft is horrendously slow.
It depends on the
Yeah.
format for draft. Like, you can't argue that original Zendikar was slow. Those games were over in 20 minutes. Either one player would be dead or the other one would be. Yes. Did you draw a 2/2 or not? Like.
It is worth noting that Andrew has clawed his way back up to 19 life, so.
19 life is irrelevant, right? Like it's. This is the board state where we're looking at 19-4. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what is keeping him from what has been stopping that last 4 damage from connecting? So prayer, yeah.
Prayer and chump blockers.
Living on a
Jesus Christ! All right, whatever.
That's who's saving him.
Yeah, this is saving him.
Or Buddha and or pick your favorite
Yeah.
deity.
Ganesh.
Ganesh. I like Ganesh. I think any of the anthropomorphized, like animal figures. They're cool. B, they make good magic creatures. I would play Ganesh.
Oh, you should definitely read about Ganesh. That whole story is just a total shit
just
show.
Listen, if you're a god, you can survive having your head cut off.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. That makes a lot of sense. That explains Princess Mononoke pretty well. That makes. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill a god by blowing their head off?
Have you ever watched Princess Mononoke while high?
Good.
No, have you?
I've watched Princess Mononoke probably 36 times.
Right, but were you high for any of them?
Some of them.
Okay, good.
Some of them. I've watched it 36 times.
That's
at
fair.
least.
Yeah.
It's the best soundtrack that you'll ever encounter in real life. Humans cannot possibly aspire to what they've done there, so they should rest their laurels.
Oh, we
on
got
the
a shake.
achievement
We got a
there.
handshake.
You just don't know who won.
It was honestly, if I were to, it was probably Andrew.
It
So there's
looked like Thonter Sword.
Guys with 4 lives turn when the
Yeah.
handshake happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's a game 3, then that proves it.
I
So-
think Thopter won it. I mean, this is the 3rd and 4th place, so we'll also check it. Chris, Tim.
How much time is left in the round, Tim? Oh, they're in
Is,
turns for
is
game 3.
The top table done?
Wait, so is it a draw?
Judge, is the top table done?
Here, open this up so I can see.
This is not the top table. This is
it's table 2,
this
right?
is table 2.
Actually, and no, the mill player Levi did not win the
0-2'd. Rough.
Rough.
Do we know who the top player was there? Josh on Hammer.
So Hammer is the current leader.
Like-
Amazing.
Like Josh?
no,
Different Josh.
different
There's
Josh.
more than one. You guys need to come up with different names.
Believe it or not, there's also
Zilziax is acceptable. Like Mike. Judge. Not you, Judge. He's not working. Damn it. He's not working. I've already asked him for a beer. Never mind. I want. Oh, Preston. Yes. That's your name. I remember human names. Can I get another Gansett?
Yes.
All right, so that's game 3 here of the Gathering Place Modern Tournament.
but I believe they.
Oh, nope, they are.
It is a draw.
That is a draw because of time.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I guess game 1 was just that grindy. So I have the standings are now a complete mess. It's a nightmare. Tim is over here laboring on the pen. That's labor. That's labor.
That's labor.
Look, there's 2 crazy leftists sitting here. Everything's labor.
Everything
anyway.
is labor. Anything that requires human interaction. Actually, I would consider any AI interaction labor as well, right? If Rosewater creates a card, does it make a sound in a forest? If there's no one around to hear
Now the
it?
question is sound the interpretation done by a mind of airwaves or what?
We haven't seen Noah. Oh, thank you.
Give us a guy who's not been on camera yet.
Yeah, not on camera yet would be a lot of fun. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for turning into the Gathering Place Modern Tournament. We're about to go on break.
Yep. See you back in a few for round 4. Hey, we're back. Welcome to the final round of Modern tonight at the Gathering Place. So
Yeah, we're really excited to see what's going on here. We're gonna be. Do you remember who we're watching here?
yeah, we are. I believe we've got Isaac and Jamie on stream.
Isaac
right
and
now.
Jamie. That's right.
We'll
We're
be
gonna
able to
see some
identify
new
Isaac.
players.
Isaac has a Triforce tattoo on the back of his hand. So
So Andrew says, "I hope this
actually,
is a
there's
regular
Isaac right
thing."
there.
We will find out.
the
We will
goateed
find
man
out.
on your screen. So, and he also has one of the Jank Bank, who's these playmats that you could have gotten from the first Jank Bank. So,
God. Jank Bank was a really cool tournament. That was
Yes,
a
it
tournament that
was.
was done here at the Gathering Place.
yeah, my crappy card for the first one was Dragonstorm. So that was
Dragonstorm.
yeah.
What are you talking? Dragonstorm is an awesome card.
It was an
crappy card doesn't matter.
No, it was amazing.
Awesome.
I got to play Orcish Lumberjack in that deck because Rite of Flame was banned. So
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah, good.
We're going to
power
ignore
is
that warning. We
insufficient.
are going to
It
ignore
doesn't
that
matter.
warning completely.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do? I don't know if we're watching the video, the real life video, or if we're watching.
I'm watching the real life video. I don't want to see myself from like 10 seconds ago.
That's understandable. That's understandable. I don't usually want to watch myself from like any seconds ago.
Oh, he's jamming his hand up into the camera for us. Thank you, Isaac.
Isaac, I would buy you a beer, but I have no money. But other than that, it would be about the same.
There's that Triforce tattoo of which we spoke.
Oh man! All right, do you remember what decks are going on here?
No, I completely forgot. We only
Okay.
were just told they have not been on stream, and that's why we picked them. So,
That is correct. So we'll figure it out as we go.
or we won't. Right?
or
We'll
we
just talk
won't.
about
We'll just
KGB
talk about
agents
whatever we
again.
want. That's exactly
No, it's the
right.
last round. No one can stop us.
No one
So,
can stop us. If you want this power, you have to come here and fight us in real life.
That's right. I have a black belt in judo. Good luck.
I weigh 200 pounds and drink a lot of beer, so you're gonna
Wait, do we weigh
mostly
the
be
same
fighting
thing? We weigh the
Chris.
same thing. I'm also 200 pounds. Joel over there is only like 96.
Oh my God!
Oh, sorry, 98. 100 soaking wet.
You weigh
anyway.
98 pounds?
Oh, that's Jamie. Duh.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
With or without the backpack. No.
I don't
But
know if Eileen's ever weighed
what is
less
Jamie
than
playing?
98.
Is
Listen, Chris. I love the note taking here when it comes to Magic. I think that in some games it can be a tedious like sub exercise, but I think it's a great opportunity for players to demonstrate their knowledge of things and a way for them to translate information into game win percentage. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here. This is going to be a really great game.
we have a Triome on the board.
I love Triomes too. That's one of those things that I'm like super jealous of people who play rares in their cubes. Triomes are phenomenal. They're three
So,
lands and you can cycle them.
Yeah,
I don't know Magic. I don't know
The-
Wizards.
So both of these gentlemen also frequent the Friday night trivia
Ooh.
at the Gathering Place.
South is Amulet of Vigor. I know what that card does.
Oh boy, that deck is ridiculous. And I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
an awesome card. Is the Titan still legal? Is everything still there for Amulet of Vigor?
I mean, it still does stuff regardless.
Alright,
I assume
good.
it still has prime time. I can't remember.
I remember when that deck was good like 3 years ago, but it's that's new.
Are you filming us, Braden?
For the TikTok! For the TikTok!
I say, if we're being filmed for a TikTok, shouldn't we be doing a stupid dance?
I refuse to move that much in the prime material plane. You'll
Dance
have
some
to
of those,
imagine me
clap
dancing.
a ear a hand, your zombie, I cannot remember.
Just use your mind to impose dancing and music.
As a person who's 1/4 Swedish, I'm required to know the lyrics to Caramel Dancing, so.
I had a dream once where I was captured by a serial killer and they tortured me and executed me to ABBA. I think it was Waterloo. I don't remember which one it was, but it was an ABBA song, and so like just always somewhere deep down I've associated, because of that dream, violence with Swedish music.
Well,
but that makes sense because I
so-
listen to a lot of Meshuggah too. So
Well,
what are
here's
you
the
gonna
other
do?
thing, though. Really, if this guy was more creative, he would have just murdered you. He would have put on Man After Midnight, but cut off your hands and been singing, gimme, gimme, gimme a hand after midnight.
Chris, I'm so glad you're not part of my subconscious, because that
I'll worm my way in eventually. I'll worm my way in.
I only remember dreams from a decade ago. That's part of it. All right, so here. Oh, jeez, Christ. All right, so is this a? Yeah, this is a cascade.
Oh, is it Rhinos?
Yep.
Oh, it's Rhinos!
Oh,
I'm sorry, I love that dumb deck so much.
I love cascade. I think it's a great effect. I don't know about like cascade on a three cost card.
But how do you feel about Cascada? The
Cascada?
technology? Yeah.
I mean, I like the Blood Braid Elf. I think that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I don't know the lyrics.
I don't know either. Like, I don't know. John, do you know the lyrics to this?
Every time we touch, da 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 da.
That's right. That is the next lyric. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we're just going to pretend that we're just not going to even call Eyes by Brazilian. He's Cascada now.
Okay, so I'm seeing some green mana and some creature tokens. Tim, what decks are we looking at here?
Oh, Amulet and
Amulet.
Crashing Footfalls or whatever.
Crashing
Or
Footfall.
Rhinos. And our oh, no, it's back. Okay.
Excuse me.
No.
Yeah, so that's Cascade. They cascaded.
Yep.
They call them Crashing Footballs.
Yeah.
Cast and they get 2 Rhino tokens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
A hilarious deck.
The other one's Abrams.
Are
Yep.
people not doing like Cascade and cool stuff now? They're just playing Cascade and creatures?
Cascade mode, big green. It's 8 power.
Yep.
Whatever, man. Cascade into living death.
I mean-
that's the way to go.
The only thing more hilarious than cascading into Rhinos is when you're playing some kind of bizarre vintage deck and you just go like bizarre, discard a bunch of cards and play like 3 Hollow Men all at once.
How about it?
It's like I was playing as a friend who had his infant son on his knee. I don't know which one of them pissed themselves first. So,
All right, Ren Martin has voted for Jamie here in chat. So given that we are 1 for Jamie and 0 for other, wait, who are we watching here?
well, Jamie's on the south. Yeah, we're watching Jamie and Isaac.
versus
Isaac, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there we
Isaac is the one with 2 Rhinos on board. So,
I don't know. 4/4 tramplers are pretty scary.
just a wee bit.
I mean, they're soft because they're creature tokens, but there's no way around it. 4/4 tokens with trample, terrifying.
Only thing cooler is a shark token.
This has been a really dynamic game with them so far. There's been a lot of gameplay. Is that a Tarmogoyf? Sure looks like it.
Wait, do people still play Goyf? What the hell?
Hey, sometimes you need a 3/4 for 2. Right? There's
Well,
no
it
way
can get even
around
bigger.
it.
Goyf can get even bigger these days thanks to Battle.
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
That means all the Tarmogoyf dice are now useless. You've seen those special 6-siders just for Tarmogoyf, right?
people were bringing 6-sided dice for Tormagoys.
Well, it's got like, on each side it's got like, one, it's like 0, 1, 2, like 1, 2, 1, 3, two, like basically it's got the geometric progression of Tarmogoyf on it. Yeah.
Believe that.
No,
That's
they make
crazy.
custom dice for Tarmogoyf. Yeah.
Just bring a D20. Just bring a spin down and just put it on your dice and or your cards. And then people will be like, you don't need a D20 to indicate a +2/+2.
These dice are cooler.
I agree. It sounds like Chris knows the secret tech.
I mean, also I just like eating dice, so
Yeah. Also that too. I love the communication here too. That there's this, like a piece of paper with something written on it.
I'm going to assume it's a swear word.
I think it is probably. My mustache is just way too long. Like all of my beer ends up on my mustache, and that's
Well, you're just
where-
saving the beer for later.
That's my whole point.
Your beard can't get a DUI. Don't worry.
Yeah,
So-
no kidding. There's like so much coffee in there and food and French fries and gravy.
I mean, what? Did your beard just sounds like Canada now?
Yeah.
You said like French fries, gravy. That's poutine.
There's this poutine.
Though, like, actually, there is a place to get
Oh
decent.
my god. Oh
Beautiful.
my god. Oh
beautiful,
my god.
beautiful, beautiful. That is a lot of.
Cavern is on Giant from Lee McLeod.
Okay, good to know. Thanks, Lee. You're the real MV Lee.
Yeah, Lee actually knows us. I wouldn't mind doing. I would love to have Lee on here.
He'd
just
be
to-
the only one taking it
the
seriously.
only one understanding what's happening in the game. Oh my God!
I
There it
believe
is.
he was just violently beaten to death by rhinos.
4/4 tramplers, 4 of them. That'll do it.
Just
it's
a
hard
bit.
to interact with. You need some sort of board removal and bounce. Otherwise, you're just gonna die here.
Did you know that killing people makes them die?
Yeah, if they have 0 life, you win most of the time.
Most
Not
of the
all
time.
The time. Most
Hey,
of
you
the
could have Lich out or something.
That's what the piece of paper is.
Oh, so
It said Giant on it.
Ow. Okay.
Lee, do you have the eyes of an eagle? Have you cast an enchantment spell on yourself to give you extra vision range?
I mean, it's good to be a powerful wizard who can enchant their eyeballs to see,
Yeah. I love the fact that here we are playing Magic and tossing around some cards with Planeswalkers and seeing what's going on in Modern. It's a really different kind of experience, but I think it's a lot of fun.
Oh, we were just shown some cards, and we're also getting a inside view on this sideboard guide we've got right here.
He has a sideboard guide.
Also, someone left a folded up piece of paper on our table. What does it say?
What does it say? It says that
It
Jamie,
doesn't say anything. I'm pretty sure this was where the giant.
That
someone
is where
stole
the
the
giant
paper.
came from.
This is
There
where the
it
giant
is.
thing was.
For
Braden
everybody
stole
at
their.
home, there it is.
Braden
There's the
stole this
Giants.
paper from the other players for no discernible reason, but I'm here for that.
Yeah.
So
whatever. You do what you need to win.
Alternatively, he just took a bite out of this piece of paper and left it for us. So whatever.
If you've never eaten paper, I don't recommend it.
Well, if you're in need of fiber.
No, it's because it's got this it's a bleach process now, right?
Right.
Paper production is very complicated, and there's a lot of things that go into it, but chlorine is one of them. And I gotta tell you, as somebody who's eaten paper before, not an enjoyable experience.
Look, you'll be as clean as a pool. Anyway.
You can be as clean as you want. It doesn't taste good.
Okay, got you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, can Isaac repeat his success from game 1? Or do we get bonus magic?
I would love to see some bonus magic just so we can comment on more of this. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in here.
Like, we need to say all the dumbest things we can right now just to get it out of our system.
I love watching a talented card shark interact with their chosen physical media. I think it's very cathartic. I think it's a lot of fun.
Card-thartic. Anyway,
Card-thartic.
he is drawing cards. Isaac is also drawing cards.
I can't believe it.
That's a Triforce of Power on his hand, right?
Do you realize, Chris, that if you draw cards, you're going to have access to card economy and therefore actually win the game? Unbelievable.
Damn.
If you have 7 cards and your opponent has 4,
you are in an advantageous position.
advantageous position. Unless you only have 2 lands. Then it can be complicated.
And we see a triumph from Isaac.
Yep. Is that What is that on?
I don't know. It looks like it has the number 12. Lee, can you help us out here? What does Jamie have on the field?
I mean, it looks like a dark shape
With the number 12 on its back.
with the number 12 on its back. Yeah.
It's a birthday cake.
Huh. I don't know. Some of these. Oh, they cut to us temporarily.
Yep.
I love Gruul.
We've got a shock. We've got a fetch shock.
Yep, fetch shock. That makes sense.
And maybe it'll turn immediately into a cascade.
I don't see a cascade on 2. I think we've seen enough violent outburst. That's the one we've seen.
Yeah,
right?
well, violent outburst. Yeah, I don't think that's what he used last time. I don't think we've seen a Bloodbraid elf yet.
I don't
out
think
of
we
him.
have. You don't
And
need one, right? If you got other more
You cast a
important things
fire
to
and
cascade
ice to do
into-
something here.
Yep. That's cool. I wish I had a tattoo, but I would have a face tattoo that would make. Have you ever interacted with Chinese history?
Sadly, no, but go on.
Okay, so during the collapse of the Qing dynasty, there was this warlord, because after the collapse of each main dynasty, there were usually warlords that
Right.
emerged. A nation long united must divide, long divided must unite.
Yep.
And there was this warlord during the collapse of the Qing dynasty, during the Chu Han contention, named Ying Bu, who had a face tattoo that identified him as a criminal, because face tattooing was one of these things that was really popular during the Qing dynasty.
Okay.
I would be down for that. I don't know if Eileen would let me get a face tattoo, but if you want me to get a face tattoo, Twitch chat, say something.
Well, I mean, we
You
will
two
go.
chat
I will go
either.
find a sharp object and steal a few pens to get ink. I will give him a stick and poke on stream.
Good.
So-
There we go. I don't actually know it was a brand specifically to identify him as a criminal, but I don't know the characters involved. If you know the characters involved in Yingbu, let me know. Ice on upkeep to tap land. Yeah, icing your opponent's lands is pretty strong. Rishadan Port
And hilarious.
is a very, very powerful land for exactly that reason. Mana Denial is just outrageously powerful when it comes to constructed decks. How's it going there, John? How'd your
Also, just as an. Also, just as. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
your magic cards turn out to be Pringles?
I love new foils anyway. Also, just as an update here, it looks like Joshua Driggers won his match 2-0 to be undefeated tonight. Congrats to our champion. So
3-0. Is that going to be it for today? How many people do we have?
18. So
Is it
so this
18?
will be the final round.
Okay, yeah, 18. That makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so Lee says, "Love Jamie with the 4 mismatching primeval titans." I don't know, whatever you want. Like, get creatures, do stuff.
Oh,
Right?
look, there's that. It matches the piece of this paper basically perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's absolutely it. That's absolutely it. Where did this paper come?
Braden stole it from Jamie and brought it to us for some reason. Is this where the giant token came from? The giant note came. Okay, that's what we thought. Okay,
That's
thank
what
you.
we thought. But the question, of course, becomes, why did you give us this? That sounds like exactly what a TGIF KGB activator would say.
Yep. He didn't.
I got my eyes on you.
I'd say he didn't deny it.
He did not deny it.
Crap, I can't eat anything else today because I have to fast for a doctor's appointment. Lovely.
I don't have to fast for doctors. I don't know. Medical things, that's for Eileen to figure out. I got important magic things to think about.
Like, what are we looking at?
Yeah.
And
What kind of 2/2s with flying can you play?
who
That's-
let 2 guys who never play Modern commentate on Modern? That's another thing we got to figure out.
That's okay. This is fun. People like watching nonsense.
It's true.
It's
I say that explains TikTok.
There's Charles.
Hi, Charles.
Look at Charles with his hat. Everybody's got hats out here.
I'm not a fan of hats for me, anyway. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, me
We're on
neither.
screen again.
Chris, when was the last time you combed your hair?
You don't comb it, I brush it.
You brush it, don't you?
My hair is long and it has to be brushed.
Oh, that's Godspeed, friend.
I say it won't appear on camera, but I'll just let down my tresses like Rapunzel. So
in high school, before my high
Oh, hey,
school,
look, we're on camera again.
there we go. Before my senior yearbook photo, I let my hair grow all the way down to here. But invariably, it's just too much work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally shaved my head during the pandemic because I didn't want to deal with that. So
Yeah.
smack, just a satisfying smacky, smack. This is the ASMR stream now. So
Yeah, it sure is. I love watching, again, I just love watching players who are like confident with their cards, interact with them. They clearly know what they're doing, but also there's a card
smack.
It sure is. It's smack. Oh, look at this. Look at this off the cards on the top of the library. Done. This person has clearly played Cascade before.
Every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we breathe, I reach for the sky. Da 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 da. 2 rhinos. Da 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 da.
That my understanding is that.
Looks like Tim 2-0'd his match as well.
Oh, Tim 2-0'd his match?
Yep.
I feel like we should call Judge on himself for cheating.
Oh, we just beat him up in the parking lot. Remember, we're going to bury him in the basement after this. So Don't tell Ariel, his wife.
That's your goal, Chris, but like I can't help you. Not from a personal perspective, from a physical perspective.
You're going to help me or you're next.
I'll cheerlead you, but like I mostly don't do anything. that's my goal.
You hold the camera to record the last fleeting look of terror as the concrete's poured onto them. So
I taught Tim how to play Wingspan. That'll be fun.
Bird game.
All right.
Bird game.
Oh my God, this is just. You know, one of the things that I really
Yo,
appreciate.
violent outburst.
There we go. There we
my
go.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh
Okay.
my God. I love how they got a perfect shot of you just chugging right there.
Yeah,
so.
you know, Narragansett is a great beer. It's the best thing here available.
Hey, it's the beer
at
from
Gathering
Jaws.
Place. Yeah, it is the beer from Jaws. I got Eileen to watch that for the first time like a year ago. Less than a year ago.
Yep. Well, it looks like
crazy.
Isaac. So Isaac takes it then, does? Yep, he sure does.
Yep.
Congratulations, Isaac, on winning your feature match.
Who did we figure out who won the top prize here?
Oh yeah, Joshua Driggers did. So.
Joshua Driggers did.
Yep.
All right. So, do you remember? Was Josh ever on camera?
I don't believe so. No, but well.
Whoops. We had a player here, Joshua Driggers, who actually ended up winning this tournament overall. We apologize for not getting him on camera earlier, but there's a lot of things going on in a tournament here in Magic, and this was sort of a test stream.
Yes. Also, he threatened us not to
everything?
put him on camera. He just pulled out this like katana out of nowhere and just started swinging it around. It was terrifying.
I'm in for it.
All right. We've been told by the producer to say goodnight, so good night, everybody, from the Gathering Place. We have Modern every Wednesday night, and it is big, it is well-populated, and a fantastic time. Hope to see you here.
Yep. Take care, everybody.